Welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. It has been a little bit of time, yeah, because we didn't do last week. So I believe this is our 26th game on the 26th of the month. Yes. So Emily thinks that means we shouldn't die. But I think this is a perfect time to start seeing how we can spice things up even more. I'll do a quick recap. So if you remember the last time we played, a lot of really interesting things happened. First and foremost, we got to see what it was like for the champions, for a new champion to be brought in and to basically be introduced to a possible patron, Kevin Las, who is the leader of the Black Suns, this Twi'lek who exudes a presence that other magic users can feel. Something that Kieran has been learning is akin to the Force in this world, specifically the dark side of it. He seems to brim with power. And he's taken a shining to Grim, this blood demon, as he calls her, having summoned an ancient creature that he feels is similar to the Sith, how they would use ancient creatures and alchemy in their dealings. And he's kind of revealed to her that not only is he interested in ousting Roka the Hutt from his position of power and taking over his domain, if you will, but he's more interested in what lies in his treasure vault. Artifacts dating back thousands of years, all referencing the Night Mother and Thanos in his various names, which we know of Thun Kao from Hyrule, and there was another one that's here that I'll remember eventually. But all these different names that Thanos has been known by, he knows of Thanos' legends. He knows of other worlds. And he seeks power through the Night Mother. Sure. On the other side of the city, almost, we have Kieran and Yasin, who were prepping themselves to invade the Black Sun Fortress. Hell-bent on getting Roka's son back so that they can finally make it to their friends in the arena to gain an audience with the glorious Hutt himself, making friends along the way, and one frenemy, if you will, Keladri, who skillfully tracked them, heard every single plan they came up with, and in her moment of trying to reach, literally to try and take him out. There's a bit of an echo on your side, Dawson, just in case you got it.
It unmuted.
It
unmuted one of the microphones on the wrong computer.
I got you. No worries, you're good. But as she had made physical contact with Kieran tried to use his spiritual powers to kind of rip into the veil as a means of intimidation. And instead, it backfired terribly because inside of this spiritual realm, both Kieran and Keladri came face to face with a woman who is known as the Night Mother. In this realm, in this land of Nar Shaddaa, the leader of the Night Sisters, a band of witches from the planet of Dathomir. Keladri's grandmother wanted to use Kieran as a sacrifice to open a portal back to her realm, but we know that her true purpose is to get Keladri back, because Keladri is the proper key for this Night Mother ritual to open portals to other realms, which is how they got here to begin with. We learned that Keladri was friends with another from her realm named Quirk. That's it, thank you. Named Quirk. I look to my wife because she has more of my brains in her head than I do. Quirk. And we met Quirk at this party for the champions, one of the slaves of Roca. And if we remember way back, Lunas, the deity of Estrella, mentioned finding Quirk as perhaps one of the best ways to get home. So we start today's adventure nearing the Black Sun Fortress. Now, Keladri, I'm going to describe a bunch of things that happen, and I'm going to turn it over to you in a second to determine how do you continue this journey with the party. As you appear in the room and all the smoke settles, there's a moment of, what happened? Holy crap. And Lieutenant Gagarin, realizing that one of the most feared bounty hunters in Nar Shaddaa is in his pad, proceeds to look at the group and says, all right, laddies, this is going to get tricky, but I'm going to leave, and I'll meet you over at the Black Suns, and you'll can figure this shit out on your own, okay? Bye! And he hightails it out, and he is gone. But this is the information that you all know. Keladri heard this from the window, but you all know this. The Black Sun Stronghold is a fortress of not only personnel, but technology. He went over the fact that there are traps and sensors and blind spots and everything that you can think of in invading a technological fortress. He went over those plans. You know the schematics. You know the layout. You have a general understanding of where Roca might be, Roca's sun, which would be probably in the furthest back, most heavily guarded area near their command center. I mean, why put them in the front? You know the rotation of the guards. And you know that if you leave within the hour, which is what Gagarin just did, you can make it in the clothing that you're wearing and try to see if you can mix in with the rotation. Now, there's a few different ways that he went over that you could invade this place. Method one, you could try to sabotage it. Sneak your way in, never be seen going in or going out. You could, two, try to impersonate guards and sneak in that way. Make friends, come up with a backstory, be clever, make your way to Roca's sun and get out. Or three, guns blazing, blow shit up, fight the good fight.
Don't go for the gun.
I already did that once.
Those are your three options. So as Gagarin leaves, this is kind of what's going through your mind. But Keladri, after everything that you've experienced, seeing your grandmother, knowing her plans for you, her plans for Kieran, and knowing what the group is trying to do, how do you react? What is your, what are you thinking?
Okay. Well, question, do I know that everyone in the group is from a different, they're not from this world? Am I aware of that fact?
Yes, you would
Okay.
absolutely be aware. As you look at Kieran and Yasin, you remember from your childhood that they are a species called Genasi. And in fact, that you know that Yasin is a water Genasi and that Kieran is an earth Genasi.
Okay. I'm going to say under the current circumstances and see all these new exciting developments, it might be in my best interest to align myself with them for the moment and see where that can get me, because they're going to, seems like it might be my best chance.
How do you two feel about that?
Just kind of lean over. She seems kind of scared. I'm going to say Yasin just looks at Kieran and says, we need all the help we can get. Because from what Gregarian told us, this isn't no walk in the...
This ain't no walk in the park.
This ain't no walk in the park. Not like that tavern was. That was whatever.
1 second. Dawson had to run. Rowan was shockingly
No
quiet.
worries. No worries.
Screaming baby.
No worries.
1 second.
You're the two of you are fine. What happened to Melissa?
Technical difficulties.
Told you. Garrett has got shitty internet.
Oh, let me not text her that.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, move it, woman.
You can do it.
That might be fighting words. I don't know. Man.
Yeah, I don't know. She knows where I live.
Sorry, Rowan woke up and
No,
trying to get out of the crib and
it's all good, you guys. If Melissa was here, I would start with her, but she's not. So what just happened was Keladri wants to stick with the two of you. She feels it's her best option, given everything that has happened and everything that has been revealed. She's going to stick with the two of you because she wants to get home. Yasin, he's like, hey, we need all the help we can get. Kieran, how do you feel about Keladri joining your party?
having had a shared experience with quite some gravitas, Kieran is definitely intrigued in what the store has to open, especially with his history with the Night Mother. And so he kind of is going to nod in agreement, but just kind of stay quiet because he's a little bit shell-shocked after what he just witnessed and totally did not anticipate.
I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
And your number.
18.
As you get over this shell shock of being ripped into the astral plane and then literally being flung back by the Night Mother as you and Keladri left her presence, you're not all there. And you're not sure if it's your own connection to the spirit realm or if it's this jewel that you embedded in your arm, this kyber crystal that literally is making you see the world in a different way, but it's also, it's almost like taking too much medication. You're just a little bit woozy from this experience. And you take 10 points of damage from this experience. This just hurt. And it was less the trip than the overwhelming presence of the Night Mother that really did it. There is something dark, something powerful that seeped into your spirit. And when you suddenly ripped back, you felt that piece lodge in you, and it's almost necrotic.
Do I feel like the same way that I kind of reached out with the kyber crystal to kind of like feel that those like threads? Do I feel any kind of like of that attachment to Keladri
You feel
from that experience?
Sure. There are two new threads that you can sense, different from the others. You see the Force as a Padawan would see it. You understand how life flows in this realm. But these two new threads are dark, shadows, whispers. They don't stay put, much like smoke that flies through the atmosphere, ebbs and it flows, but it connects you to Keladri in just the most ephemeral way. It's so light of a touch, but you can feel the darkness that connects you to her in this shared experience. And there's another thread that leads outwards, into the city, towards where you're pretty sure the arena is. If you concentrated, you could follow that thread to its source. But for now, it's just a feeling, a presence, a tug, a pull, but it's a shadow.
I was wondering when the first signs of the other side of this Kyber crystal would show up. And I'll kind of like say that aloud.
So the party is met. Keladri joins our weary band of travelers, and you see her name appear, just, and there's Keladri, as she joins the party. You haven't missed much, Melissa. You're good. We're starting with Keladri, Kieran, and Yasin, so it's all good. They're just getting. You good?
You okay?
Yeah, it was just a trip and a half to get where I got.
You're here now. We're happy. So there is a choice before the three of you. How do you want to invade the Black Sun Fortress? A, do you wish to try and disable their security measures and sneak in? B, are you going to try and blend in with the guards and be one of them? Or C, guns blazing. Do you wish to fight your way in and fight your way back out?
Definitely not number 3, considering the fact that I just took damage.
That's fair.
Cool. So we're down to option 1 and option 2. They're not mutually exclusive, by the way, but what you decide will start to limit the other options. So, for instance, if you want to take time to disable the security measures, it will be more difficult to convince people that you're a guard. If you want to hide within the guards and pretend to be one of them, you're going to have a harder time disabling security measures. It's not that you can't do both, it's just where do you want to put your effort.
You can do it, I believe me.
And it's your 3 decisions. If you want to do it, I will let you take a pocket.
I could take off my armor and be a little bit more stealthy, but that makes me a little bit more squishy. Not metagaming. I was just thinking.
No, you're good.
You're
You're
good.
fine.
Numbers could apply here. We can vote as what would be best based off of our character's skills, and we can kind of go from there. It's a 3-person vote.
Well, what about your device that you have that lets you change your appearance? Is that still functioning, or did it get broken?
Nope, it's still functioning.
Okay.
Still functioning. I have one more character I haven't used, right?
Correct.
I think so. Yeah. That could be a
Wow.
thing that could help us impersonate a guard. And then we.
We have uniforms too.
You also
We have
uniforms.
uniforms.
The guard supplied all of you with uniforms. Keladri, if you search the closet, you would find one that would mostly fit you. You're out of all of them, you would be the most, like, if somebody really scrutinized you, they'd be like, oh, you're wearing a dude's stuff and you're not a dude, you know. But other than that, if you wanted to go that route, all 3 of you could have uniforms. You could look like Black Suns.
It might be easier to get people out if we're as guards to get in.
Yeah.
I think I'm good with that.
Okay, so we have Keladri, you vote for being guards.
Sure.
Blending in. Yeah.
Blending in.
Yes.
Yasin, okay, so that's it. 2 votes.
I was gonna vote for that too, so that's 3 votes.
Sweet.
Unanimous.
All right, unanimous decision. And as you are walking towards the Black Sun compound, that is the discussion that the 3 of you are having and figuring out the best approach. And you come to the conclusion that trying to be one of the guards is best. So as you round a corner, you come upon this structure. It's larger than you thought, but definitely not the tallest building in all of Nar Shaddaa. But it looks fortified. It looks military. There are a couple of guards out front who literally look like they're just shooting the breeze, chatting shit. Like they just chit chat. There's not much going on. But you see to your left in the corner, in a deep shadow, you see Gagarin step out, and he's kind of like. y'all going to talk to him or? Okay.
I guess, yeah.
You don't have to. I'm not.
He's basically yelling at us.
So the three of you walk over to him. Within this shadow, you can see that above you, it's a broken out light. One of the street lamps is not working, and it's pretty dark in this corner. And you have a easy view of this fortress. Whenever you're ready, Jess, if you can bring your
No. Just kidding.
if you can bring your camera to bear. But Gagarin, he's like, all right, so I see Caladri has joined us. Great, awesome, wow, yeah, thank you. Great. Have you all decided the way you want to go about this?
I think we're planning on disguise. And then at that point I'll pop my my shifter.
Cool. And you're using your third persona?
Yep.
Cool. So you've been the woman, you've been the Twi'lek. Hell, do you remember what the third one was? If not, I'll make it up on the Togruta. Okay. Male Togruta.
I mean, you can make it whatever you want, but
So you take on the form of a male Togruta,
Right in your
roughly
face.
the same size and shape as you, Kieran, so that the armor again fits nicely. You have a couple of interesting features on you. The first that you notice, you kind of look into a puddle that's on the ground near where you are and catch your reflection. You have very large horns that come above your head. These are called montrails for a Togruta. And then long leku that come down the front of your chest. This means that you're an older individual in Togruta society. In human years, you are roughly equivalent to your mid to late 60s, which for Togruta is old but not ancient. Togrutas can live 100 to 200 years easily.
So what you're saying is I could pass for like a commander or like someone higher rank.
If that's how you want to play it, yeah. You also have another very key defining feature is that one of your eyes, your right eye, looks completely blind, like this big white kind of cataracts that's happened, that's just kind of grown over it. You can see a bit of scarring around the outside of the socket. And again, why that happened, who knows, but definitely your character is blind on the right side and is an older gentleman.
That'll probably affect rolls, correct?
No, because you appear blind, but you're not blind. So that would affect more your ability to lie. Like if you see something at the right side, that's going to throw people off.
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Think along those lines. So Gagarin watches you shift with a hollow shroud, and he's like, "Oh, you fancy that? Very nice. Great for you. Kudos. Awesome. Are we ready to go? Is everyone ready to do this?" No, I'm seeing the nods.
It's now or never.
Yeah.
Clock is ticking.
All right. So here's the thing. Oh, I can't be seen. They know me. They know who I am. This is not my shift. It's weird if I come back now. But the three of you, you're brand new recruits. Doesn't mean you just joined the Black Suns. It means you came from somewhere else. Got it? Right? You're not from here. It's your first time being shipped in. Roll with that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get us a mode of transportation. All right? We need to get out quick. I've got a place where I can probably just kind of acquire a land speeder. It should be fine. I'll be a getaway driver.
not sketchy at all.
We'll be ready to go. just so we're all clear. When I've done it, where do you want me to go? I mean, we could go back to my place. That's fine. I mean, hey, you're welcome to stay as long as you need to. I could take you straight to the arena if you want. We could garner an audience with Roka. We can go anywhere else, man. We can go to Spaceport. We can get us a nice luxury liner. We can make our way down to any planet, really.
Having seen the condition of our friends on television, I think that going to the arena will be best. That's my vote.
Get it, got it, good, easy peasy. So that's what we'll be going for. Look, if y'all get in and get out quietly, I don't need to gun anything. This is gonna be perfect. It's gonna work right into our plans. If I have to lose them, y'all might need to like shoot back, kind of a thing. Do you all know how to work blasters? Have you ever had to fire one of those before?
I don't think I have.
The only one who has is Caladry. Caladry would know
yeah.
all about blasters.
Okay.
I shot one once.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good. Once. Good job for you. That's going to be great. Hopefully you're a crack shot, I'm sure. Caladry, here's the thing. I want everyone to get in before you. I need you in the back. All right? What I'm going to be acquiring, we'll have a laser turret on the back. You're going to man that. You're going to keep our asses safe. These two guys, I don't trust them. Don't let them touch it. Cool?
Okay, perfect. Let's do it.
Right, great. Okay, we got the mighty Caladry on the ass of my ship. This is going to be good. No one could die here, possibly. Okay, I'm going to just go that way. And he's like pointing like to the left. And whenever the three of you are ready, just head right up to the front door. Oh, the password, believe it or not, password is going to be Peaches. All right? Just walk up to the door. They ask you, hey, what's the password? Tell them Peaches, all right? Don't tell them it's your safe word. Just tell them it's the password, okay? Totally different things will happen if you say safe word, you know what I'm saying? All right, Peaches! And you just watch, like, Gregarin just start to, like, and he makes his way.
Mango.
He makes his way off, and after a couple of minutes of watching him, he disappears into a couple of different into another back alley, and he's gone. He's off on his own private mission.
Man.
The three of you, as you can see on our camera here, you are literally right in front of the main doors. So there we go. There really is only one way that you can choose to go in, which is through these main doors, but once we get on the inside, you'll have options before you. Are you ready?
Ready.
Walk confidently up to the front door.
I like that. With confidence, Kieran walks up to the front with Caladry and Yasin not far behind. Oh, and then Caladry, just so you know, your bow Ash is fully ready to go. So it has all of its gizmos aplenty. You just let me know what you want to do with it.
Okay.
As you get to the front door, Kieran, once you get to a within, I would say, 5 feet of the door. Oh, you knock on it?
Yeah, I'll pound on it.
So you walk all the way up, and you boom, boom, and you feel this metal reverberate, and immediately this little circular iris just kind of opens up. And this mechanical eyeball comes out on a stick. We've all seen in Return of the Jedi that came out of Jabba's palace, that little eyeball droid. That's what appears right now in front of you. Hopefully you've all seen it. If you haven't, get off my table. But this droid eye appears right in front of you, Kieran, and literally gets into your face. It just kind of looks you up and down, side to side. You hear it. Caladry, you understand what he's saying. You speak. You speak Huttese. You've known it well. A lot of the traders in Nar Shaddaa speak Huttese. This is a common trade language. And so what you hear is, "Who the hell are you? You funny looking ass thing. What do you want here? Get out of my door."
Okay, well then I'll step forward and say, we're new recruits, first day on the job. We just got here.
And as Caladri steps forward to say that, what you all hear is her speaking in Huttese. Very fluid, very natural, as she explains to this droid that the three of you are new recruits. And the eye just kind of moves literally over Kieran's shoulder to kind of look towards you, Caladri, as you move into position. And you hear him go, "We didn't order any recruits. Who are you? What's the password?"
It's our first day. We have no password.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Peaches.
Yes.
Hold on. Peaches.
She interrupts herself. Peaches.
Roll deception, because just roll deception for me, Caladri. This is a moment.
Sorry, my short-term memory is.
No.
You're good.
Me and Kieran are like,
What is happening?
You're already fucking it up. Okay, here we go. I got a 20.
Oh, Matt?
Dirty 20.
Okay,
Oh.
very 20. Okay, he's still good. Still really good. So you
That's just a 20.
you all watch as Caladri is speaking in Huttese, and she's explaining that we're new recruits, we don't have a password, and there's this like awkward silence, and then all of a sudden she just goes, "Peaches," and the droid kind of goes, and you see him pull back, and then he looks at Yasin, then he looks over at Kieran, and then back at Caladri, and he goes, "Fine, whatever, I suppose. You can come in." and goes back into the hole, and you see the door just kind of, and just this big metal door just parts to either side, and you have access to the Black Sun hideout. Easy peasy. Now, this is going to be important. And the gate even. Ooh, look at it go up. And then, and everybody goes inside. I'll just do this the easy way.
Yeah. There, the gate stays open. Look at that.
So, as you get in, here are a couple of things to keep in mind. One, as with any D&D party, you can choose to stay as a group, or you can split up at your own risk. What you know. What? Yes, you turn on. What you know 100% is that
Quite easily.
is that in order to get to where Roka's son is, you're going to need to make your way to the command center, which you know is situated at the far back. You don't know what you're going to find there. You also see in front of you different rooms. You can see a corridor that goes down into this main atrium. There's at least one room to your right, and possibly one to your left, and you can't see the door for it. But you see the door to the one on the right. You can see that about 10 feet down, there's a door to your right that you can clearly see. But if you look past into the atrium, there's this hollow display. And instantly, Caladri and Kieran should recognize the image. It is Night Mother. Not Caladri's grandma. You saw her. She was old, decrepit. This is young, powerful. This is the image that you remember, Kieran, the first time you met the Night Mother in the spirit realm. Her fingers and arms are just a little bit longer than they should be. Her proportions are stretched. Horns of crystal that come back from her head. Very similar to the tieflings, but not made of horn, not a keratin material. This is crystal, clearly. And you're not sure if it's because of the hollow display or if it's actually the skin tone of the Night Mother, but she's translucent. There is this kind of a purple essence about this hologram, which is interesting because all Star Wars holograms are bluish in material, and yet this shows purple very strongly.
As we're entering the doors, I just kind of, after seeing that, mutter to the other two, I have a bad feeling about this.
glad one of you said that. Thank you. I'm so happy now.
It's a trap.
There you
Just the wrong time.
What would the three of you like to do?
I could see on the model here that
Yeah.
there's not really a window, but am I able to kind of go up to this door on the right? Am I able to kind of like peek through it, but not like fully enter the room?
As you move up to this door, it automatically opens up because Star Wars. Immediately inside the room, you can see tables and things that look like a jukebox in the corner. There's like a vending machines. There's a bar on one side. This is a military mess hall. You've seen mess halls all your life. You recognize it doesn't matter if it's on board a ship, in a bar, or in a military compound. A mess hall is a mess hall. You know this is where people gather to eat food. And in fact, as the door opens, you can see in the center this large robot, this hulking figure, who's just kind of almost like a video game, just kind of in a pose, just kind of moving back and forth on a timer, if you will. There's nobody inside right now.
I'm missing. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
You're okay.
Yasin falls over.
The force just.
There are bigger forces at play here.
Mm-hmm.
But from the back corner, just hand me anybody. It does not matter.
Oh, just somebody?
Yep, just hand me somebody.
Here's the first one I can grab.
Cool. From the back corner, you see this orange son of a bitch come out. He was at the bar, and you don't recognize his species. He's large, covered in random pieces of metal. Looks like a mutant. Just not the prettiest guy in the world. No, but he kind of like lumbers up, and he comes up to this droid, and he's sitting here, he's thinking, he's like, maybe I could, maybe just maybe nah, I wish enough money on this. And he turns and sees you and goes, hi, yeah, I don't recognize your face. Who are you? And he kind of takes a couple of steps forward and looks at your rank, and he goes, Lieutenant.
Oh yeah, I get it. Me and my friends are new here. We were just poking around. We can see this is the mess hall. Looks very nice. I like your giant robot.
Oh, you guys don't have one of these. What outpost did you come from before here, sir?
You stepped
Walked
it.
right into
I
that
walked
one.
right into that one. The northeast outpost, right outside the city.
Roll deception.
No, that was good. Oh,
Deception.
disgrace.
Yeah, we'll see about disgrace.
Oh, one
That's
flow
a
to roll.
Okay, he rolled on that
Natural
20.
20.
Yeah, immediately this recruit that you have, he just kind of like snaps to attention, and he goes, "Oh, right, yes, sir. Of course, the Northeast Outpost. I was stationed there not long ago myself. I'm not like brand new here, but I've been here for about 6 months. Sergeant Kildrig, pleasure, sir. If you and your other compatriots are new here, I'd be happy to show you around, sir, if you needed that. Anything I could help you to reacquaint, just let me know. Absolutely, sir.
Damn.
Yasin just looks at Kieran and Keldry like, oh my I can't believe there's a North Vietnam post.
We're walking up at this point.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, the two of you have walked up.
Yeah. I guess I want to say to him, like, we would love for a guide to point us towards, say the command room, just to really get our bearings.
I love this.
It's a little deception roll, right?
Like, that's where we need to go.
He rode that 20, man.
We roll the 20.
Alright.
So Sergeant Keldrig looks at you and then the others and he goes, "Oh, three new lieutenants. Wow, that's well, hot damn. I suppose when the upper ups. I mean, well, hell, our leader is here. Keep alive. He probably just wants the extra protection. I understand. I understand how it is. I know how these things work. Yeah, I've been a soldier all my life. My daddy was a soldier. My grandpappy before him was a soldier. My grandpappy's pappy was a soldier, and before that, my grandmammy's definitely all soldiers. So yes, absolutely, 100%. Yes, sir. You follow me? I will show you to the command center. Look at this splick. Watch this. Let's go.
Castle, I love it.
So Sergeant Keldrig has joined the party, and you watch his name and appear. Now, here's the thing. Sergeant Keldrig, respecting all of you as lieutenants, is immediately going to take you all directly to the command center. I want to ask you a question before this happens. Do you all wish to go directly to the command center?
Kieran might linger a little slower and kind of be glancing around the area, taking a little bit more time, basically a little bit behind.
Okay, roll investigation for me, Kieran. Keldrig, how about you? You staying right with the crowd? Or do you have an ulterior motive?
That's a nat 20, by the way.
Woo!
We're doing
Nice
great.
tonight.
We're gonna be in and out this place in like 5 minutes.
You two need to stop rolling.
Yeah, you can verify, right?
See it?
That's okay. I believe you. I hate
It's okay,
you, but
the
I
universe
believe.
gives me the other side of
Keldrig, what are your plans? What are your motives here?
For right now, I'm just gonna continue to follow the sergeant and stay with the party.
Sounds
But
good.
Being alert.
So you all
So,
make your way. So eventually, we were just going to end at the command center down there.
okay.
So you all make your way through the base. Kieran, your head is on a swivel, and you are bringing in everything. As you get around the Night Mother, you can quickly see that to your left is a storage, that space where there's that wall that ended. As you get around, you see there's a door there, and that probably goes into a storage facility. You watch as a black sun just kind of, and you see open, there's just crates everywhere. You can see windows and stuff laid out and about. He takes you around the corner, and on your right, there is a heavily guarded door. You see two guys outside in the front, boom, just added tension there. And the door itself feels like there are a lot of locks and pressure mechanisms all up and down the outside of it. Definitely something being hidden in particular behind that door. As you make your way to the command center, to your left are rows and rows of computer terminals. Some of them are occupied, some of them are not, but it's just a bunch of people just tapping away at these computer terminals. You're not exactly sure what's happening. You can't read the script that appears on their holo displays, as it's all in Arabesh, but you do get a sense of heightened urgency that's happening. You can sense that from everybody that you've seen and encountered throughout this facility, but it's pretty empty. Like, you all were expecting there to be 30, 40, 50 people in this complex, and you've only met about half a dozen at best, just doing various things. So it's pretty empty, comparatively speaking. But you make your way to the command center. And since I'm not here, I'm just going to go check your spot, because this is fun. Scoot my butt on over. You all make it into the command center. And inside, oh no, Keldrig, you fell over. inside this area, you find that you are above. This is the second level to the facility, but it's just this kind of round dome. And as you look up, as you look out the windows, right here, like a window, and that's a window there, you would see the rest of the city. In fact, this positions itself towards the arena and towards the Casino Royale, and that area that you kind of came from. As you look out, you can see some of the pathways that you had already taken. Lieutenant Keldrick kind of walks around the location and is like, well, as you can see here, this is our command center. Like every Black Sun outpost, we have a kind of a place where we plan, where attacks happen, or we're kind of fortifying this, or, subdividing that, or, perhaps quantifying all these things. We do that here in this particular space. Right now, we are on kind of a high alert. Most of our personnel have left at this time to go and defend our illustrious leader, Kivalas, who is, may his name ever be praised, who is now currently over at the arena. Apparently, a new champion has made herself known, and, as you all know, Kivalas has a thing for strong ladies, and this is a pretty strong lady. Did you guys catch the fight that happened in the arena? Did you see the one they're calling the Blood Demon by chance? Have you seen her? The Grim, I believe her name is. Yeah. Did y'all see that fight? Did you see the fight? I want to know.
We did. We watched it.
Yeah. What did you think? Did you expect a giant fucking demon to just come out of nowhere? Like, did you expect to see just whap? And there it was. I ain't never seen shit like that in my life. Oh man. Y'all expect
That's
that?
one for the centuries of that I haven't seen in my time.
Yes, my Takruta brother. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, what's in my time? I forgot I'm quite old. I've been here a long.
Yes, sir. He kind of looks at the three of you and he goes, I think you've seen most of the facilities as we kind of walk by them. Do you have what do y'all need to do? Like, you need help with basic processing? I mean, you lieutenants and all, I'm sorry if I'm overstepping my bounds. You need processing help. You need to get your duty shifts and schedules. Whatever you need me for, I'm here. That is my plan. If not, I was just going to go hit the rack, get my 20 in, and then wake up tomorrow and, get to killing, as we do in the Black Suns. Yeah.
Did that door that we saw have a label of any kind of where name wise, if I was going to reference it?
The super secret heavily guarded door?
Yes.
Yes, it definitely had a label on it. With your stupid ass nat 20, you would remember the label. There was a symbol that you would equate to rank behind it. Seeing the lieutenant's stripes on all of the three of your uniforms, it carries a similar feel, but there's more lines, perhaps implying a higher rank behind it. And then there were definitely words that were scratched into the plaque with the rank. You could recall the shape of them, but you wouldn't know what was said. But you recognize the language of Star Wars land.
Gotcha. As for our positions and purpose of being here, we are here to guard some kind of a door, is what we were told. I know that we are the next shift doing the rounds. Was quite a big deal when in the paperwork that they sent over to us. So
that's fascinating, sir. Absolutely fascinating. There's only one door here that we would need that kind of protection from. We passed it not too long ago. Interesting thing. I am in charge of the duty roster here at this Black Sun outpost, and nothing has come across my desk, as it were, about additional personnel to guard said door. However, something could have been lost in translation, in the ethers of cyberspace. I need you to make a deception roll
18 plus 1.
Oh my god.
And it's happened before. It's definitely happened before. So I think we can sort of overlook this. Yeah, absolutely. Let me kind of punch in your credentials right here. And he kind of comes up to this holo display in the middle, and you see him kind of tapping a few keys, and display changes into a duty roster, and you see different pictures of individuals, and kind of information appears from them, a typical dossier of people. And you see him bring up his image real quick, and you can see that it says, Master Sergeant Kelledrig, and a whole bunch of information that you don't recognize there. But then he goes, I just need each of you to kind of give me a hand print to verify that you are indeed a part of this personnel rotation, and then I will easily put you in the rotation for that door. Not a problem, sirs. If you would just, who would like to come first? This is the protocol. I'm so sorry about the protocol. Who would like to go first? I just need a hand print.
I guess this question is for Dawson / Kieran. Does his appearance change also affect his hands, so that he could use this handprint and then, say, leave no trace? Because when he changes back to Kieran shape, it would change his handprint.
What I will say is this about the Hollow Shroud. It is nothing more than an outward appearance look.
Okay.
So essentially, if I scan my hand, Kieran, the wanted man, is going to show up on that screen, possibly.
I won't say what will or won't show up, but your Togruta has no presence digitally. It's still your hand. There's no fake hand on top of it with fake prints and things like that. Whatever you touch is actually Kieran touching it.
Okay, cool.
Can I this might be just me MacGyvering out of my ass right now, but could I utilize one of my the kyber crystal even in my hand, and as I put my hand down, expose the kyber crystal and let the lights that scan shine into it and then reflect almost like whatever handprint had formerly been on there?
Oh, okay. I see what he can do.
Almost like a play on light.
You can certainly try.
Like with tape and the oils of fingerprints.
Have our handprints?
They would have whoever's handprint was last on it.
I know, but what about everybody?
I think Yasin should just go ahead and do it because, because you're wanted and Kelledry is well known.
I'm not too comfortable with this.
Yeah. So I think Yasin should go ahead and get his credentials linked up with his handprint.
Yeah, nothing should
Unless
go up,
he's
right?
Are we linking up to our credentials to log in, or are we checking to see if we're already in the system?
You are. I'll tell you this: the three of you are Black Sun lieutenants. Anybody that knows anything about the military knows lieutenants have been in there for long enough to get that rank. So you should be in a system, and he's just trying to put you in the duty roster.
Oh, so your handprint's like
So I'm gonna put my hand on it and do the kyber crystal thing and see if I can make it seem like it's broken at least.
Oh, there we go.
These are not the lieutenants you're looking for.
I want you to roll sleight of hand for this. I wish it was I want to roll for sabotage. But sleight of hand will work.
Roll the fuck shit up.
14 plus 4. I'm literally rolling crazy. I know, right? We're gonna be fighting. It'll be like natural one.
Natural one. As you put your hand onto the palm reader, subtly your arm shifts the kyber crystal to your palm. As the crystal makes contact with the laser beam,
that is going back and forth to read the prints that you have. It hits the crystal, refracts inside of it, and the laser beams go everywhere back into the reader, just fractures inside of it. And you see Sergeant Keldrig get this look on his face like, well, that's a dangerous thing. Hang on 1 second. Tippy tap 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 tap.
Lego Batman over here.
Like,
Yeah.
he has like 10 arms.
He's like, well, that's okay, that's just unfortunate. Move your hand for a second, sir, please, if you don't mind. My apologies. Move your hand. He puts his hand down, and the thing just kind of glitches out. He's like, "What the fuck is fuck?" I apologize. Our system seems to be experiencing some sort of technical difficulty at this moment. It's not quite reading. I'll just have to do this manually. And he's like, looks around, and he's like, picks up a pen and like a data pad kind of, thing that actually has real paper on it. He goes, this is the damnedest thing. Look, I just need to kind of make a note of who you are, and write your names down real quick, and then I'll just manually put you in the duty roster when our technician fixes this piece of garbage right here. I mean, this is just spit damn thing. All right, anyway, we'll start with you, my Tagruta brethren. Your name, sir?
I'm Salazar.
Lieutenant Salazar. Is that one word, or is there a last name attached to that? Not all species do that.
There's a space, and a little tick mark, and one of those little symbols that now kind of draw it out in the air. I'll help him with the pad, and actually, while I'm like helping him with the symbol, writing some gibberish kind of symbol in a alien-looking language, I kind of scan the page as well.
Nice.
Oh.
Roll perception. And Kieran just all over this shit.
It's 11.
Okay, cool. Finally, something low. Jeez. The golden child's done. So as you're kind of helping him with that, you do catch one name, only one name that you see. It's probably the only name you'd recognize anyway, and it's Roka's name in Arabesh. You recognize those characters because you've seen them in many places, including the first time that you came to this land. Roka's name is all over the arena. It's all over the casino. You've seen it come up when his hollow image has appeared in the past. So you recognize that. And next to it is a room number with a symbol that matches the room that you passed. The one you associate as rank. I see here. Cool. Salazar. Oh, there's an accent in there. Of course, yes. Tagruta's. Cool. Next, if I could have my blue man over there come over to join this group.
Oh.
All right, Lieutenant.
I'm just going to say, it'll just be, instead of like Yasin Driftwood, he'll be like Lieutenant Drift Yasinwood.
Rift Yasinwood.
Nice.
Interesting. Yasinwood. Lieutenant Yasinwood. Sounds like a strong name.
Of the Boston Yellow.
Where the hell's Boston?
Okay, fascinating. Okay, Keladria, heard that you were saying something as Yasin was talking to. What were you thinking?
Sorry, I was just talking. No, sorry, I was just Dawson was asking me a question.
Okay. He looks at you, Keladria goes, all right. If I could have the last gentleman kind of come on up. Your name, sir, Lieutenant who?
Yes, it is I, the gentleman. Lieutenant Saran.
Lieutenant, roll deception for me, since you are pretending to be a dude going with that. Let's see how this works for you.
I got a 15.
Okay. He looks at you and just kind of steadies you. You look like someone I used to know back in college. Back in the old days. They had horns and everything too. I just, sometimes it looks familiar. You look familiar. You have that one of those kind of faces. I'm sure you get that a lot. You've got one of those faces. Cool. All right. And Salar, so fancy ass name. Put a little whip on that. Cool. All right. Well, I will get the three of you into the duty roster. No problem. Yeah, duty roster.
You said doo-doo rock.
It's my accent. You make fun of my accent, isn't it? That's what it is. The doo-doo roster. It's fine. Get over it. I'll get the three of you in there. No problem.
They're gonna have the weirdest names just in their systems forever.
We got Lieutenant Salarin. We have got Lieutenant Gastonwood, and we got Lieutenant Salazar. Yeah, cool. Excellent. Okay, excellent. So this is my turn to kind of hit the rack. Since you two got here, I'm just going to go ahead and say your shift will be in 20 minutes. Gentlemen over at the front door will be shipping out soon. Just kind of let them know that Master Sergeant has relieved them of their duties. They will understand and be fine from that. Any other questions before I go for the three of you? Sirs.
No, thank you. Your service is no longer needed. We are very grateful and appreciative.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, there will be a survey that will come to your inbox. I would appreciate it if you would give me a rating on that. It's you all know how it is. It's the only way we can get all our bonuses around here, so I would appreciate that.
Will there be a raffle?
Unlike 99% of the people out there, I will actually fill it out because I am old. I'm very old.
Really sucks.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm just going to hit the rack for now. I will say that there will be a captain who will be on duty in the next probably about 15 minutes, give or take. There's going to be Captain Shishwan. So just kind of just let him know that I got you in the system. Master Sergeant Kelledrick, he's got that. So don't worry about it. He's a great guy. Real kind of a spot player who loves to gamble and just have fun. He's so easy going. Anyway, you guys will have fun. Good night. Salute. And he just kind of keeps mumbling as he walks out. Like, this guy never shuts up and just keeps, I'll tell you what, but that's fried chicken, hell yeah. And then and the door closes to the command center. So the three of you are literally penciled in by the seat of your pants. So far, you've made it this far. What do the three of you want to do now?
Is there anybody sitting at that control panel?
No, the room is actually empty to the three of you. If you look through the windows to your side, you will see down into kind of the bay, the room that's below you that has all the different terminals. There's a few people who are there doing things, but as far as the main command center, you all are alone right now. Kelledrick was the only one in there with you.
Is it on?
Oh yeah, no, all
do a computer thing.
all the computer systems are 100% operational.
I was mentioned I found a room number and it matches with a room down the hall to the left, or down to the left, the one that we're going to be guarding. And apparently Roka's son has connection to it. I'll kind of like mutter that lower to the other two.
So we got about 20 minutes before we're supposed to show up for this shift.
I'm gonna like poke the terminal and just kind of like see what happens, because I'm not necessarily the most computer literate person. I'm like,
as you poke the terminal, you watch the display kind of wakes up from its off mode. Everything lights up, and the center hologram kind of
It's a screensaver.
fizzles on. And the screensaver that you see is actually just a black sun symbol, just kind of rotates in the middle there. That was your first poke.
I'm gonna poke it again, and I'll poke the largest button on the pad, and kind of look at the other two like,
Oh.
anything
As you
happen?
poke this button,
That's scary.
as you poke this large button, sirens blare throughout the facility. And you just see these red lights just wah, wah, wah. And an alarm, some sort of an alarm has been triggered.
I'll press it again.
It gets louder.
Nothing happens the second time you press it. The alarm keeps going off. The black sun symbol at the center of this hollow terminal has changed to a series of Arabesh words that just kind of wham, wham, it just kind of blinks on and off in time with the alarm. And that is where I'm going to leave the group for right now with this alarm going off. And we're going to shift things over to the arena. Now, if you all remember, as I kind of changed the room lighting to set the tone, we had left the arena with Estrella being brought in as being another contender, someone who caught the eye of the crowd, literally because she was gutsy enough, brave enough, dumb enough to attack the big-ass gun. She's made a bit of a name for herself. And so the way we ended last time was that everybody watched as she was brought in by White Master. And so we start with this moment. To set the scene, we have Grim still talking with Kiva Latz, who has just been chatting with her about the dark side of the Force and the nature of magic and the Night Mothers in different realms. And Grim has been holding her own in the conversation. And really, by this point, Grim talking to Kiva Latz is like talking to friends of your father that came over from time to time, different dinners and functions and meetings that happened in your estate. You would meet these ladies and gentlemen and kind of get to know the world that they were from, obsessed with power and magic and artifacts and different things like that. And so you just start to settle into that kind of the mode of the heiress, the woman who is set to inherit it all. You're like, oh, I know this, blah, 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 chit chat. And Kiva Latz is very impressed with you. Nim, you are talking with Lord Centaurus, your particular patron. And the conversation that you have had has been very interesting because Centaurus has whispered to you that Kieran and Yasin came to him, that they had mentioned you, and that he sent them to go get Roka's son. And you learn in this moment that not only is Lord Centaurus always, you've known he's always been kind of against Roka, it's a personal thing between them, but in this moment, he's opened himself up to you more than he ever has before. It's almost like he's a rebel. During like the days of the rebellion, he's someone on the inside who is seeing a moment and an opportunity to turn the tide, to shift the balance of power. Clearly, he wants it in his favor. But he's protecting your friends and trying to protect you. And you get that from him during your conversation. But as your two conversations continue, Estrella is brought in. The doors open. Estrella is brought in. The game master with his tentacle, face is like, oh, okay, enjoy your time here, eat and drink, be married, whatever. If you're approached by a patron, I have been told to inform you it is okay
to accept one. Unprecedented, if you ask me. But you did show guts out there. No one has ever attacked the BFG before. Damn, girl. And he just kind of pats you on the back very, very harshly. This guy is, a foot taller than you, and you just feel this big, meaty hand slap against your back. And you kind of move forward a couple of steps. But the room is yours. You're able to walk around. There's food. You see where the food is. You see the different slaves that are kind of in their positions as servants, waiting to wait on people. And of course, you see Grim and Nim at two different tables talking with their patrons. What do you want to do, Estrella? What are you doing?
Okay.
Guys.
A friend from work.
Okay, so I need to find Pork. I want to try to catch. I would like walk towards the food table and try to catch Grim or Nim's eye, whichever one I catch first, just to be like, I'm working on something. I'm here.
Nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that in this party, in this very relaxed atmosphere, both Grim and Nim each see you.
Okay.
I will give you a moment. We'll start with Grim. How do you react to Estrella?
Okay, give me like where she is, where I am, what's happening.
Sure. You are sitting at a table. So if you walk into the room, your table is on the left, Nim's table is to the right. There's tables in between and spread all around, but you two are the kind of the center entertainment because the two biggest personalities, Kivalas and Lord Centaurus, are sitting at the tables with you respectively. The door is dead center. So as Estrella walks in and kind of makes her way to the food is situated behind you against the back wall. And so she's walking in between your two tables, making eye contact with Grim and then eye contact with Nim as she walks forward. Grim, how do you acknowledge her, if at all?
I'm not gonna really I'm going to look up and see her, so I see her. But then I'm going to ask to be excused so I can grab a bite of food.
Kivalas looks at you and he's like, oh, of course. While you are up, if you would perhaps get me a little something to eat, surprise me, it does not matter. With anything at all, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, Grim. I enjoy talking with you. I wish to talk some more.
I feel like, okay, I gotcha. And then go to the food.
Nim, how do you react when Estrella makes eye contact with you?
Oh, I will definitely make eye contact, but I'm gonna kind of I'm actually going to swivel around in my chair and kind of watch her if she does, and be like, "Hey, Centaurus, you see that one?
Yes, of course.
You see what she did?
I mean, I was watching the feeds. I mean, that was a gutsy one. I am impressed, yes.
She's pretty good, I would say so.
Are you saying that I should make her?
I'm just saying she's interesting.
Huh. Never just a single motive with you, is it, Nim? Okay.
I love to fight around. It's okay.
I'll bite. I will bite. Fine. Yes, I will talk to this Estrella. Yes.
You heard it about as well as I did.
Yes. And Centaurus gets up from his chair, bows dramatically.
Hey, give me some food.
Of course. Why would I think otherwise? Feed the monk, yes. Do this, monk. Do this, Centaurus, of course. And he just kind of mumbles as he walks away. I will give Grim and Estrella a moment to themselves before Centaurus steps up to the table as well.
I'm just gonna ask her if she's okay. Very discreetly, I don't want to call too much attention.
No, I got plastic with a giant fucking gun. This isn't okay.
Well, besides that,
I almost died. What the fuck are we doing in here? What is happening?
I don't know, get some food.
Okay.
I know what you're doing. That's all you do. I'm just gonna be like, get some food and don't draw attention to
All right,
it.
all right. I have like a little plan. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna ask Grim. Grim. We both knew about Quark, right? We both knew we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And I guess I should tell her that I kind of talked to her and she knows that I know. who
You
she-
know that she knows.
and that maybe you could see if she could get the flower.
That's right. My arms.
Yes, let's not forget about your arm.
Fuck.
You
It's the
still
little.
need that fucking flower.
Okay, point her out to me, please.
Okay, she's the one that looks like a bird.
Yep. And you can see easily, Estrella, that out of all the different servants and slaves that are around, she stands out. Her feathers and her plumage, this kind of tealy blues and purples throughout her. And you can tell immediately she's from Faerun. She's a harpy. Anybody from Faerun would recognize her species. And you're surprised to see a harpy. Your clan that you came from lived next door to a clan of harpies. You did not have good relations with them.
Oh shit.
So seeing a harpy for you isn't like, ooh, a harpy. It's more like, oh, that gutter trash. You know, that is your gut reaction. I will say that you do not know the origin of the plague that struck your village and struck you. But y'all hated the harpies. And so a lot of the elders, as they were getting sick and talking, were all going, you know, it's probably them damn harpies, them gutter filth, them people, them people over there. It's quite, you know, they shouldn't even trade with them. What are we trading with? And you've heard all these different kinds of conversations going around, and you're not sure if the harpies had caught anything themselves, because once everyone died, you went on your quest, but there's this like itch in the back of your head
Great.
when you see a harpy.
Beautiful. All right, Grim.
Yes.
Okay, so I realize I've picked up at this point that there's patrons like talking to the champion. I'm gonna try to get over there. Can you just try to like make sure no one tries to talk to me?
Okay.
Help me. Red interference.
At this
Oh
moment,
fuck.
Run. Make her look like I got it. Just go.
I'm gonna walk away.
okay,
I'm gonna walk away.
and you do, and and you see Lord Centaurus kind of step up and go, I'm Grim, is it? Yes, of course. You were great. You were amazing to watch. I love you so much. I could get around you. I was going to go talk to that one over there if I could. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use deception and be like, but it's more interesting over here.
Oh.
Sweet. Roll deception with advantage. Go ahead. That was cool. I like that.
Nice.
Deception, right?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's one of my good ones. Oh. 25.
Damn.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 14 just for shits and giggles to see to counter roll it. So yeah, you're way above what you needed.
That was my first roll, but then I had a 17 and then I added 8.
Yeah, damn, your deception is off the charts, girl.
That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure I could pull this up.
I think
That's
I
like my
broke you with your deception. That's okay. I love
It's like
it.
my
It's good.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
So, is there anything else you do besides talking to him? Is there something in your body language, a little
I'll
spark of...
kind of grab his arm and turn him away from Estrella.
Oh.
So he doesn't even look over there anymore.
At this moment, you realize how much of a womanizer Centaurus is.
Oh.
And as you touch him and guide him, he's like, oh, and just immediately he's like, this works for me. You just kind of see that on his face. He's like, well, of course, Grim, of course. I see you're talking with Kiva Lass, the Black Sun leader.
I'm gonna I guess I'll just be like, yes, he's a very interesting fellow and shows great interest in me.
I can see why.
At this point, Nim's just like leaning elbows against the table and just watching people, grabs like a roll off of the service nearby,
As you come back to your table, Centaurus bows to Kiva Lass, and you see Kiva just nod his head. Easily the more powerful of the two men in this situation. Centaurus? Kiva! Kiva, it's been so long since you have come to my club. You would enjoy it so much more now. It has been refurbished, as they say. It's looking pretty good since the last time you came there. Can I sit? Can I sit? And you watch Kiva just kind of, again, incline his head. And then he looks at you, Grim, and expectantly.
I grabbed food, right?
You did?
Okay. I'm gonna give him the whole plate.
And he he looks down at the plate, and you watch him just kind of move aside little pieces here, there, until he gets this kind of fruitish looking, almost like a tangerine slice. And he holds it up, and he bites half of it, and then offers the other half to you, Grim.
Oh.
I was gonna take it anyways. If we're being honest. I was about to snatch, just eat it off his fingers. But, yeah, I guess I'll do that after he bites half of it off.
Sure. And he grins at you, and then he goes, oh, Centaurus, what do you wish to talk about? What brings you here? Well, the honest truth is she does. Grim is an interesting woman. I was thinking perhaps of adding her as a patron to my list of gladiators.
Fight!
Let them fight.
I was under the impression that Grim was going to be only for me. Grim, are you now trying to solicit the patronage of this particular man here? Is that what I am led to believe?
I'm just gonna I was just gonna say, okay, I'll say, I just thought it would be more interesting if there were more hats in the ring.
You watch Centaurus just laugh, and he kind of points at Kiva like, I agree. And Kiva, he's angry. Like you see his countenance change, and there's a darkness that you feel coming from him. Again, the more you talk with him, the more attuned to this dark side of the force you've become. You feel it now very clearly emanating from him. And you watch Kiva's right hand casually come up, as if he's kind of pointing at Lord Centaurus, and he goes, I think you should go now. And Lord Centaurus rolls a 10. And so he just he gets this glassy look over his eyes, and he goes, I think I should go now. My apologies. I will be leaving. And he gets up and just bows, and then turns and walks towards the trays of food and starts making some small talk with one of the slaves there. And Kiva looks at you and he goes, I appreciate you wanting more. I promise I am more than enough. And he opens his hand and raises it. And as he does, you feel all of your clothes, all the loose items on you, start to raise up. Not so much that anything reveals or anything weird like that, but
No, I
just
got you.
feel his power. And then he lowers his hand and he goes, "There's no other patron out there who understands the ways of the Force as I do. You and I can learn much from each other. But if you keep bringing these dogs to my table, I might just have to leave you altogether."
I'm going to again deceive. And I know he was like, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
The flirtatious, he's not wanting me for that kind of thing, but he's still a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to, we're sitting by each other, right?
Yep.
And this might be a mistake, but I'm gonna kind of like glide my hand on his thigh and just be like, okay.
He smiles at you, and you feel his hand come on top of yours and just gently give it a squeeze. "I'm glad we agree."
What was that?
You're right.
It's like, this got too spicy for Emily.
Oh, she died. Okay. I was like, what was that explosion?
I was stacking my dice.
And then just went.
The moment was so tense.
Nice. The two of you continue talking, but we're going to move over to Nim's table. At this time, Nim Anthrax sits down at the table, seeing Centaurus having moved away. He sees it's his moment to kind of, come and talk with you. He didn't want to get in the way of patron talk.
Mm-hmm. At this time, I have like 2 rolls like fully shoved in my mouth. Pretty much, yeah.
Oi, it's oh, make sure you chew. Shit. Damn, love. No, don't choke. Not like last time. I can't. Do that. Was that flame like? I just can't keep doing that. Chew, damn it, chew. Well, just come on, get over it. And he kind of reaches and like grabs this like meaty, like a meat bone. Looks like a turkey leg, but it's not turkey. He just kind of bites into it, and you just see this big dragonborn mouth just home, and just like
Sexy.
swallows that down. He's like,
So sexy.
"Blah."
Oh,
Right,
nice.
so yeah,
Why do I let you touch this?
well, you let me into chambers because we rock it. That's why. You know. Look, here you go. I'm not here to talk about sex, all right? Believe it or not, for once in my life. Yeah. Maybe later. Look,
Maybe.
I got a new patron who came in. Very
Oh.
interesting.
New one.
Yeah, never seen them before. A couple. 2
Are they like that?
what's your species? Elves came in. Older elves. Hard to tell with you lot. You don't age much, but definitely,
Well.
yeah. Definitely older than you. Look, they said they knew you. Claimed to be your parents.
Nim just slides under the table.
What the hell?
Not a word. Just
Nim. We're on, hey.
No. Shut up. I am not here. Shut up.
Nim, they saw you fight. All right, they know.
That's great. I don't have to be here.
They know you're here. All right. And look, I thought your family was all dead. I had no idea. Look.
I don't care. They are dead to me. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can't protect you from this. You know the rule of patrons. Roka let them in. They asked to see you. Now they're in a private chamber.
She's gonna lean over her chair and point at Centaurus and be like, I have a patron. It's right there. I don't need anybody else. It's fine. I got one. It's right there. I don't know why he's over
12.
there. But
There's no rule saying we can't have more than one patron. You know this already.
I was happy with my one.
Yeah, that was the only one. He kept him at bay. Well, he can't keep these at bay. They're in deep with Roka.
That was deep.
I don't know. I didn't ask a whole lot of questions. They wanted to see you. But I can tell you 2 things. One,
They ain't from here, but they haven't been here long. It's almost like when you first appeared. Remember what that was like? Yeah, they got that same scared look on their face, all right? They're from home. I know they're from home. Second, somehow they managed to impress Lord Roker himself.
Yeah, they have a knack for pressing people.
Yeah, and they want to see you. If you don't see them, they'll tell him, and he'll come to me because they came to me first, and fuck it, I ain't dying for you. You get your ass in there, I'm gonna drag you in. Take a pic.
Oh, drag me?
Oh yeah, I'll drag you.
You dare drag me?
I've dragged you before. This one won't be fun.
Don't bring that up again. I told you not to bring that up, especially in public.
Go see your mum and dad and be thankful they're still alive.
She's still like leaning over a chair, but she's under the table. Just like,
A kick. Under the table. Boot her out.
you know, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Yeah, fine. That's it. I knew you'd be that way.
I'll have to tell Tavares where I'm going.
Believe it or not, you don't have to tell a patron anything about another patron. That's how I know so much shit.
I'm a nice person. I
Fine.
tell people stuff.
Yeah, go do what you want. All right, I'm done with this conversation. I'm gonna,
Cool.
I'm gonna go to one of my patrons now.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Go.
Have fun.
Go ahead.
See you around.
And he gets up and he leaves in this kind of big huff. Now, the back door where he came from opens, and you see two guards there.
Oh.
And they are the guards of the arena, Roka's guards, to Nikto, just kind of, all horns everywhere, short little horns all over them. Dark brown, scaly skin, and they're just kind of standing there, and they make eye contact with you under the table, and they kind of cock their head to the side, like, and they kind of grin and look at each other like, and they just wait, they just watch you.
What did you do?
she gave them the Faerunian symbol of victory, which they look at you and they smile and they go, hey, and they do it back. It doesn't mean the same thing to them.
Grim. Yeah, Grim.
What you gonna do?
They know I'm there.
They do? Oh yeah. There's no hiding this.
Look at them, and I'm gonna walk the opposite way towards Centaurus.
And you
I'm
can
avoiding
do so.
this. I'm avoiding this.
We will shift over to Estrella. Estrella, you are approaching Quirk, and with your gimpy arm, and you see Quirk, and she's just got this sort of like tray of drinks. Most of them are empty, and she's kind of got this look on her face when she sees you, and she notices your ears, your countenance, and she's like, "May I help you?"
I'm gonna ask, are you Quirk?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Estrella. I think you talked to Grim about my, and I'm just gonna, situation.
Yes, unfortunate, most unfortunate. I want to help from Faerun. Not many of us here in this realm. We must stick together.
I agree.
What is it you need to help?
I need blue bells.
Blue bells, yes. Oh, yes, I know. Rose here. But is that all you need? Just the fire?
Well, we also need a way out of here.
Yes.
She kind of steps back into the shadow a little bit. Do you follow?
Yeah.
So as the two of you step back in, she gains a little more confidence that you can't be overheard.
There may be a way for me to open a portal. I'm working with technology, but I am missing the components. I need magic. I do not possess magic, but you?
What kind of magic do you need?
Don't know. Just the ability to cast. Your friends? You?
Yeah,
Possess?
I can do that.
Good.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Where? When? Now?
Right now, good.
I don't want to be in here.
now is not a good time for you to leave. You are a not champion, but close. This is good. This is good. Trust me. In here is better. Better chance of life. Better chance of seeing me. I can get this flower and bring back. But surely this is not all you need for making this remedy for you. Did you come with personal effects? Your own gear, things, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know where they're at though.
You would not. You are a slave here, like me. It's okay. I know where it's kept. Getting there. Not for me. Yeah. Through that door. The end of the hall. And she motions to the back door where all the patrons have come through and where the food was brought through. That one in the back. You know it very well. Grim knows it now, too. All of you know it. At the end of the hall to the left, there is a guarded entrance. Most people's weapons and things that are kept there that they come with eventually sold on the black market to make money. You're new, probably still there. It goes through inventory. It takes time to figure things out. It's okay. It'll be okay for you. I cannot get there, but it is where it is. It would help. It would help if you were very small. Small can hide. The big heart. Biggest heart. Can you change size? Some? Yeah. Through it, perhaps?
No.
She can
Nothing
get
to do with
smaller.
No. I think I could. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just use my gross arm and it makes people uncomfortable and they let me go. I don't know if that will work.
If you go through that door, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, that door equals.
It is not part of the area where the slaves and fighters are kept. That is the main complex. I will lead to Roka's private chambers. That is the area. You're found out there? Something small. I can't stay. I must go. I'm being called. There will be a party at Roka to celebrate his champions. Be there. Whatever you have to do, be at that party. I will be there. We talk again. I have flour for you. If you have rest, then you can heal. We talk about my machine. His magics. Yes?
Yes. While she walks away, I'll just say thank you. No.
And you watch her feathers kind of ruffle as she moves away. All of the slaves at this point have been called out. Just literally a simple ping, ping, this little dong that kind of could be heard. And the door opens, and another set of guards on the outside of the door. And they motion for all the slaves as they walk through, and they are escorted. The door closes again. Nim, the two guards are starting to approach you now as you head to Lord Centaurus. And Centaurus looks at you, and his eyes, they're glassy for a moment, but he blinks, and it's like the spell wears off. Ah, Nim! Yes, I was doing something here.
Yeah, you were supposed to be getting me food. What do we have? And she puts her arm around his neck, just like.
Right. As you do all that, and he kind of picks a couple of things onto a plate. One of the two guards approaches you. Curse monk. My apologies for approaching you. You know that it wouldn't be under extreme circumstances. But apparently your parents need to speak with you.
It's rude. It's just plain rude, you know. I am with my patron.
Of course, I'm so sorry.
Parents come over, patron?
Lord Centaurus, if I...
Yes.
Speak quickly, God. Yes. Look. Her parents are the Lord and Lady Nymphauda.
What? Them?
Yes.
They ain't nothing.
They request her presence. It is a matter of patronage. You know the rules when it comes to patrons. One may not know the other, but I'm breaking some big rules. Just telling you that right now. You understand the gravity of the situation. Yes, of course, of course. They somehow managed to get in very tidy with Roka. In reality, this could work for our advantage. Your parents, yes. They had a bounty out for you not long ago, if I remember. Yes.
And I came here. What's that tell you?
It tells me that there's an opportunity here. Hear them out. Understand what they want. They are close to Roka. You understand what this could mean. This could be our chance to finally topple this government. And put me on top, naturally.
Is the guard still standing right there?
He is, and he is graciously accepting a bunch of credits that Centaurus is feeding him as he talks. Literally, with every syllable, he hands more credits out, and the guard's just like, just nodding and taking them and putting them in his pocket.
I got you. Fine. That is really what you want.
Yes, it's not about want, it's about survival. But this could work to our advantage. So go.
Okay. She gets herself all like. Leave the guy.
Of course, follow me. And
Today, Junior.
you follow the two guards as they leave. Before we end this sequence and go back to Kieran Yasin,
I look at Grim.
yeah, that's a pretty good expression. Yep, that's it. At this moment, Kiva looks at you, Grim, and goes, I am afraid I must be leaving now at this time. We are only granted so much time with our patrons, but there is a soiree, a party of sorts that will be happening soon. We are throwing it for the new champions. You, of course, being the greatest among them now, having impressed me, no doubt. And he kind of almost like twirling a mustache, but he's like combing his leku, or just sort of like little twirl there. And he's like, At this party, perhaps you and I can find an opportunity to get away and be alone. It's apparently to be held in Roka's private treasury. He is looking to show off, as he does, as a fat hut. But perhaps you and I could slip away and see if we can discover the secrets that he hides, yes?
Sorry. Stop laughing, Jessica. I can't focus. Grim's gonna. I hate you. Grim's gonna go closer to him and be like, I don't know, crap. Yada yada. So what was the last thing you said? Slip away somewhere.
Yeah, to investigate Roka's treasures. The party's going to be held in his treasury, so he wants to use your magic and his force abilities to, to find some shit in Roka's place.
And I'd be like, sounds like a good time or something, and get close to him and be seductive. Unfortunately, that seems like my end. So.
Of course, yes. And he gets up and he takes your hand and just kind of kisses it gently. And then he goes, a parting gift to remember me and who you serve now. And as he kisses your hand, you don't just feel his lips. He lets his force presence flow into you. You don't,
I don't like
no,
his.
no. This is good. This is good. This is not weird. Don't make it weird. What
he's
you
flexing with
feel?
force, man.
Yeah, you feel him flexing with the force. And for a brief moment, I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
14.
Okay.
I don't know if I have any pluses on wisdom. It's probably a negative, if anything. Let's just check. I might have just shot myself in the butt. Where the heck is wisdom? Oh wait. Sorry, hold.
I was looking for like.
Oh, it's +3. So
Okay, not bad. So 17. What you feel is an overwhelming. There's people poking in.
sorry.
Oh.
Hi there. Hi, Garrett. How's it going?
Garrett. You can see him now.
Hello.
What up?
So, Grim,
Okay.
what you feel is this overwhelming sense of drowning. Like you're literally drowning in this power, this ocean of energy that just hits you. But right at the moment where you think that you're going to completely lose consciousness, you pull yourself above water, if you will, using your own arcane magics. And you see Kiva grin as he feels you push back with your own magical power. And he nods, turns, and walks away. I'm going to enjoy chat later, aren't I? I can't wait. I live for this. I'm going to have so much fun.
Sorry,
Estrella.
Chris. I'm like destroying this game
What
right
did you
now.
do?
Oh, fine. I don't mind at all.
What happened?
Estrella and Grim, is there anything that the two of you want to say or talk about before we shift?
Yeah. I'll
Save me.
I'm gonna walk back up to Grim while Nim's just like,
Now,
and I'm gonna say to Grim, should we help her?
Who?
Nim,
Oh, what was going on? She
don't know.
looked disturbed, but what did you say, Em?
she looks distressed. Do we need to help her? Is this a situation?
I don't know. We can go close to her, but I don't know how to help her because I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
It's okay. I was just being.
Okay.
We can go. Actually, probably.
I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna go up to her very casually and see what's going on.
With me?
Who you? Yes, you. You're the one in distress.
cool. So, yeah, you guys have time to do that. So,
Okay.
Grim, I imagine Estrella, you're with her.
Yes.
So the two of you kind of walk to intercept the guards as they're coming from the line of food and this kind of following the trail of the servants. The three of you kind of meet up with the guards. And you see the guards going, "Oh, make this quick, champions. We need to get going.
Don't worry, that's rude. I will be there in a second.
We will be just outside the door.
Good for you.
Hurry up."
They don't like you. Anyways, what is going on?
Are you okay?
Feeling is mutual. I have to go see my parents.
You're what?
My parents.
We have those? Anyone in this party has them?
Didn't think I'd ever
Makes sense.
again,
Everyone
but
has a dad.
What's wrong with them?
my parents.
Okay, are you in danger?
Are you 15?
I don't know, maybe the elf equivalent. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I could probably kick the ass.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
say that. I'm just
Your parents?
yeah.
Oh, don't.
You're gonna
Okay,
fight
I'm
your
kidding.
parents.
Don't
No.
kick your parents' asses. I'm gonna fill them both in on my conversation about the flowers and the magic and the portal and the party.
Okay, so just a quickie recap on that. Quirk has a portal she's working on. She needs magics for it. Quirk is going to get the flowers. She's going to bring it to the party. And she told everybody where the gear is being stored.
Oh, that's right.
And so that is also, and the last thing that she said was, you need something small. Small can get in, large cannot. Was kind of what she said in kind of a cryptic way. So she wanted to know if, like, you were a druid, if you could change your shape or form, but that was kind of what Quirk was going.
Roll for crumbs. He's in my room.
Okay. Where's that?
Grim, you know what my room is.
Grim was there, you would know. She dragged you into the room to help it.
You just rescinded that.
That's where she told you all about what it means to have a patron and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we were in her room. I just thought we were like on a side room. I forgot.
He's in my room.
I'm gonna tell them about the Black Suns because, well, Nim already. But I'm gonna tell Estrella that if you hear anything, like keep your ears perked for any info on the Black Suns, even if it's little.
Okay.
And the son of the guy.
Yes, of Roka.
Yeah.
So you all know everything, which is what also Kieran and Yasin know now about that.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're gonna see. Do you guys know where Crumbs is in the
And I'm gonna
room?
be like, I have to go.
That's me.
And you do. And as you leave, the doors open. You see the guard going, "Oh, okay, let's go." And he's very happy that you didn't take a long time. And you are escorted off to where your parents are. Grim and Estrella, you are left with the other champions, which I imagine, are you going to go to Nim's room immediately?
Yes. Oh, yes. I can't mingle.
Got it. And so that is where you two are headed. Let's shift gears and come back to Yasin, Kieran, and Keladri. The three of you, well, I can't say the three of you have done it. Kieran has just triggered an alarm.
Yeah.
And let's just go ahead and we'll just go red for this shit, because why not? And you need to figure out, one, what to do about this alarm, and then two, keep track of time. Time is important because in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, the next duty shift is going to happen, and the captain will be on deck, basically handling the night watch. You won't be able to throw your rank around anymore around this captain.
Shoosh.
Do any of you know about
Everyone
computers?
turns on Kieran, like, what did you do?
The button. I'm gonna take myself out of this situation. I'm gonna back up.
And Kieran does. Kieran backs up.
I'll stand like a commander, simulating like, and this is how we trigger the alarm in case of an emergency.
I will say, Keladri, just to keep you on your toes with this, you can read everything as far as Arbesh is concerned.
Oh,
You know what he pressed. Like, I just want to make sure that Keladri, you are not as dumb as Yasin and Kieran. You know this world, so you treat yourself like you know this world.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'm gonna step up and push Kieran to the side. Take a look at the computer and see if there's anything that I can do to switch the alarm off.
Yeah, and when you look down, you can easily see that the big button that he pressed literally is like a warning alarm, like a trip. You know, I'm physically gonna smack it, and you can see the way to disarm it. You can read next to it that there is a disarm. It's a completely different button.
Well, I'm gonna push the disarm button.
And you do so right as another person kind of steps in, and poof, and the alarms all go off. Everything goes back to normal in the room, and this this small green-skinned guy just kind of pops and goes, "Hey, what's going on? Hey. Oh, hey, you just now.
Oh God.
Interesting. I'm just gonna. Sorry, I just is an alarm. He just steps back.
He doesn't go through the door. He just fades out.
He steps away and kind of goes back to what he was doing before. Which you can see him kind of through the side window. He goes back down to a terminal and like looks up at you guys and like, it just goes back to whatever he was working on previously. So far, nothing else happens as a reaction to that alarm.
All right.
Well, you seem to be the one to take the lead on this scenario.
Well,
I'll just check the time, but knowing that it's in the different language that I don't read. What time is this?
I'll look and see it is.
And what you see, Keldry, is that it is about 15 minutes to the duty shift change.
Okay. All right. Well, should we hang out here or head to the door then?
I think we should.
We can head there. What are you saying, dude?
Oh, I was saying we should just go ahead and maybe like tell those guys to take off early. Whoever's there at the door already.
Oh, yeah, we can arrive punctually. All right, we'll start walking that way.
Okay. As Emily always leaves at just the right moment. This is so great. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're fine. All right, so I don't blame you. I don't know what you saw, but maybe later I will. Just take these two here.
You will know later.
I will. This is gonna be fun. So as the three of you walk out, you head to the door that you saw earlier. I'll just twist this so we can see.
Ooh, that's a cool little light.
So right here, all of you have kind of, and you see these two individuals. There's a lady, actually two women, that are guarding this particular entrance. Again, dressed in typical Black Sun garb and uniforms. And they sort of kind of snap to attention a little bit as three lieutenants approach them. And the lead lady, this dark-skinned woman, kind of goes, "Sirs," with it's a questioning kind of, "Sirs."
Oh, okay, yeah.
Huh?
So
There's been a change of plans and a switching of the guard. It's supposed to happen in a few minutes here, but we figured we'd go ahead and relieve you and give you the opportunity to have a break. You've been working hard today, and we are very grateful. And we'll go ahead and take your guard, and you can be relieved.
Lieutenant, I appreciate that, I really do, but all of our roster changes happen through Sergeant Keldry. Normally it updates on our data pads that we have. We haven't received any notification for this change that the three of you would be taking. I don't recognize you, sirs. I'm sorry, you understand protocol. I can't just leave my post now without proper orders.
Indeed, and I would hope that you would be so careful, especially with how sensitive the situations are. But if you just phone Keldrig, he will be able to clear everything up. There was an issue with the control panel. We weren't able to be on the record officially cleared, but he cleared us. He put us in. You can confirm with him if you would like.
Okay, sir. I will do that if you just give me one moment. And she moves over to a panel and kind of hits the call, the talk button. You hear it sort of ring, ring a couple of times, and then a holo display opens up, and you see Master Sergeant Keldrig, and he's like, "Well, I got my chicken. What's going on? What you need?"
Chicken.
Forgive me, Master Sergeant, but there are 3 lieutenants here who say that they were put into the rotation. However, they don't have. Well, they're not on the roster. Never seen them before. Oh, yeah. I know them. The 3 that just came in. Absolutely. No, they're fine. They're fine. We had an issue with the central processing computer. Some shit went haywire and Wonky something out bazookas. So what's going to happen is they are okay. Just are they trying to relieve you early? Is that what it is? Yes, Master Sergeant, they are indeed.
Well, that's rather generous of them, 3 lieutenants. If you ask me, I'd say you take the extra time and you go do something enjoyable with that. You just go have fun, get you some chicken or some shit like that. You just go have fun, go enjoy yourself, man. I'm gonna get it on, get it on. Go.
Thank you, Colonel.
Yes, Master Sergeant, of course. And she clicks off. And she comes back up to you, Kieran, of course, in your Togruta form, and goes, I'm sorry for doubting, but you understand protocol and everything. I thank you for the extra time, the gift of time. We will take the gift of time. And she motions to her co-guard. Come on, and they both leave. They just kind of put their heels, salute, and off they go.
Mimic the salute and return to them.
Yep, and you do. So the 3 of you are now left alone. Emily, could you reach and hand me those that black lady and the lady with the sword there? Yep, those 2. Well, that one's covered.
Oh,
The orange vest.
oh, the orange vest.
That's Kieran.
Oh, that's the orange vest.
That's me!
I know which one's Yasin, that's all I know.
It's not orange.
So the 3 of you are left alone in front of this door. What's up? What you gonna do?
I think me and Kieran are just gonna look at Kelladry and be like,
Alright, well, I'm gonna step forward and take a look at this door and
Yeah, we all know what happened. I'm going to pull out my thieves' tools and hand them to Kelladry.
can I try and unlock the door?
Sure. So as you look at this door, I want you to roll history for me.
Kieran's going to go and take post to watch. So watch out for
Sure.
passerby.
21.
21 on your history. Nice. Kieran, roll perception just to see how far in advance you will get to know if someone's coming.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
17. 13 plus 4.
Cool. Okay. What's Yasin going to be doing?
Oh, well, I just want to say earlier when Kieran walked up to the 2 guards that like every time Kieran finished a sentence, like Yasin just like repeated the last word. Like relieve, duty. Yeah. The captain of the ship
Lieutenant,
that's not
yes.
there.
Nice.
I love it.
I think I'm kind of imagining Kieran's like kind of down the hall, like looking around the corner, and
Yep.
so Yasin's has stayed close to Kelladry.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and shift these positions. So if anybody wants to just take Kelladry, put her right in front of the door, take Kieran, and he's going to be at this corner right here. And yep,
Yeah, I'll be
perfection. Cool, brilliant. Okay, so with a, how dare you put a commercial there?
Rude. You're so pathetic.
So with a 21, Kelladry, this door is old news to you. You have seen these locks before in your past. As a bounty hunter, you prided yourself not on being the strongest, the fastest, the heaviest hitter. Where you are feared is nobody knew where you were or when you were. You just appeared out of nowhere, hit your mark, and disappeared into the shadows. In order to do that, you have a very skilled knowledge of defenses, traps, alarm systems, locks. Go anywhere you need to, and this door poses zero challenge for you. You actually hand Kieran's tools back to him, just kind of toss him down the hall, because you don't need them. This is a standard J25 alarm system with a P95 lock and a J16 structure. Basically, you just pop open the panel, you start messing with a couple of different circuits, pulling out these data chips, these like crystalline structures that slip into different slots. You start rearranging those, pop out a couple of different wires, and then take one wire, you pull out a knife and just sort of skin it along the sheath and just attach it to another wire. Just delicately put the panel closed. Immediately the panel goes from red to green, and the door opens. And you all have access into the room.
That was quick.
Yeah. You're welcome. Well, shall we?
Well, one of us probably should stay outside so that nothing seems suspicious with an unguarded door.
Ooh. Who has
So,
the high?
Well, Kieran rolled a 17 perception, so I can continue that into if he chooses to guard.
I will continue to guard.
Okay. So Yasin and Keldry make their way inside. As you step in, I'm just going to move around you, sweetie, and get over here. This is going to be fun. So as you step inside, I'll just remove the door because it's open. Bless you. Thank you. The two of you see a couple of interesting things. There is a bed in this chamber. There's a couch with what looks like some night tables. There is a big room, like a window behind the couch that just looks out into the city. And the view looks fake to you because it's of like almost a penthouse view looking down on everything. You know you're not high up, so this is definitely some kind of like a hollow projection or display. But somebody very important lives in this space. There are some crates in the back left corner. And then in this area over here, there is a stairway up to a second level that is guarded at this time by another door.
Oh. So
What do the two of you want to do in this room?
So there's another door, and there's.
Why don't I try to unlock to get that door open, and you can take a look around.
Yeah, I'll take a look around, and like she said. Okay.
Fair enough. So, Keldry,
Yes,
you
I'm
make
in
your
charge.
way up the stairs to the second landing in this door that is there. I want you to roll sleight of hand for me this time to see how easily you can unlock this door.
Okay.
Yasin, what are you doing? Are you just looking to see what you can find, or is there a specific?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what I can find, ruffling through drawers.
All right.
Snooping.
Snooping. Roll investigation.
I like to snoop.
And Keldry, what was your sleight of hand roll?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to open the door. All right. So you just set to work. This locking system, what makes it so difficult for you is that it's a rotating locking mechanism. As in, once you've unlocked a part of it, you need to unlock another. And then the counter resets and that part locks. And so you have 4 different mechanisms that you're trying to keep up on unlocking them in sequence. And it's just a little bit tougher than you anticipated. Not impossible, but about 10 minutes. Your investigation?
4. I didn't find nothing.
What you find, though, are clothes. Lots of clothes for a captain level individual. Uniforms, some dress uniforms, some casual wear, underwear, socks, shoes. Like almost every drawer that you open is some other. This person loves clothing. Like they are obsessed with clothes. And you find quite a few nice pieces, things that you could take if you wanted. You could change if you wanted. There's a lot here, but nothing other than that so far. Now, with the 17 perception, Kieran, you start to hear different machinery starting up that wasn't originally there, as if the duty shift doesn't just change the personnel, but changes the whole time-day spectrum, right? So you're hearing machines starting up. You're seeing lights come on a little bit brighter. You're watching computer consoles that weren't on before start to boot up. And you can hear the front door open and close a few times as more personnel are coming in. They're not coming to your location, but you know that the facility is starting to fill up a little bit. The shift is happening slightly early compared to what Master Sergeant Keledrig said.
If this is a giant steel door, right? They wouldn't be able to hear me if I tapped on it.
I don't see why not. It's a big door, and it was, it had all these different locking mechanisms on it, but they hear. I mean, it would echo.
Okay, I'll use like almost like a common speak Morse code of like just letting them know like it, like I'll just type it, increase is the word that I'm gonna send through.
Increase. I would say that Kieran, your time as a pirate and a captain, you understand this Morse code of a few different cultures, and you kind of are picking up the letters on this one. And you, after a few rounds, you get increase. You hear the increase, and there it is. Okay.
So I'm going.
Then I'll kind of post up right outside the door and just stand like I belong there in case anybody walks past.
Ooh,
all right,
nice. And I'm going to say that Yasin goes over to Keledri and says, like, okay, we might need to speed this up.
Going as fast as I can. It's gonna take 10 minutes, so 8 minutes.
Lock the door. So at this time, when you approach Keledri, she has about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Yasin? She's tied up for 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. I guess I go back over to the clothes that I found, and would I? Is there maybe like said they were like fit for a captain? Is there one for like something that I could just put over it to maybe cover the lieutenant and show off the captain logo?
There is a
To maybe just boost my.
There are jackets.
Okay.
There are like cold weather jackets, long dusters with long sleeves that if you put it on, would easily show a different rank than what you have on your vest right now.
Okay. Nice.
You're just like,
This feels right. Yeah, so I'll do that, and maybe that'll help me in some sort of confrontation, or maybe the guy will come back to the room and say, "Why do you have my jacket?"
Are you gonna put the jacket on?
I put the jacket on.
You put the jacket on. You now have a Ubesi armor weave jacket.
ooh, messy.
This
Oh,
will have
Bessie.
stats that will be attached to it. I will create this for you. But in essence, you have picked up a Black Sun captain's jacket. This it's a very tailored look, fits you very nicely. Reminds you of the days when you used to have this kind of pirate jacket that you would wear at the helm of your ship. It feels very much like that. But being from this particular land,
Yeah.
it does have a couple of stat increases and some armor effects that you'll be able to use.
Nice.
As the next 5 minutes elapse, Keldry, you are able to open this door. And as you do, you see a nursery. There are some toys, a sci-fi looking bassinet, if you will, a la the Mandalorian. We have this kind of egg-shaped container. And inside, as you kind of creep in and look, is a small little hutlet, a baby hut. You have found Roka's son. And he just kind of, looks up at you, his eyes open real big, and he's just like,
Yasin comes in and goes, "Oh, hey, you got the door open. Oh my god."
So we've got...
He's right here.
Aha, yes.
Oh, baby.
Here he is. This is
Little baby.
this is the little guy you found right there.
Stop it. Look
Oh,
at
he's
him.
not that bad.
He looks just like Daddy.
There he is.
Oh,
He's this cute little guy, just kind of, the underside of his tail is just kind of wrapped around a little bit, kind of a makeshift hut diaper. You found the son.
What are you gonna do with it?
What are you gonna do with him?
You just pick it up.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick up the baby. It wasn't. Oh,
Hold it like
baby
this.
sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake the baby.
You don't want to wake. Okay, so you're gonna. I roll. This is a tough one. I know. Right? Roll for parenting. We're gonna go with animal handling.
Oh.
Oh.
That's
Roll
pretty
animal
accurate.
handling. Let's see how gentle
Accurate.
you do this. Let's see if you don't wake the baby.
15.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. It was already pretty late in the night, and this hut was kind of, he was sleeping. He was a sleepy baby. So as you pick him up, he's heavy. He's heavier than like any other species baby because he's a baby hut. So you're picking up about 40 pounds here, just flubbity flubber. And you kind of, as you hold this kid, you just feel all of his folds kind of wrap around you. His little hand just kind of, and he just lays his head on your shoulder, and you just feel this thing just swoosh into you. And you are holding Roka's boy. Now, here's what happens when you hold Roka's boy. You move at half speed. Because of his weight, and because you're trying to be careful and not, wake the baby, whatever your walking speed is,
Anybody have a
it is
backpack?
now halved because of that. Also, because of his weight, you can fight at best one-handed with disadvantage. So you definitely cannot use your bow, but if you want to pull out a dagger or something like that, you could fight that way. But it is going to be with disadvantage because he's 45 pounds. And 45 pounds on one arm is going to be taxing for any species, unless you're like a Goliath or a giant or an orc.
Is it possible to put him back in his little bassinet? Is that something that we could take with us?
The bassinet, yes, you can. So you find out that the bassinet, she's like, I don't want to.
I don't want to be not ready to pick him up again.
I need both hands to shoot. This is crazy.
Thank you.
The bassinet, and he just kind of curls right back up and sleeps. The bassinet is like a hover carriage, if you will, and you see that it was not attached to anything. It's just floating in the air, and so as you kind of grab it and pull, you just feel it move along with you, and that is the smartest way to transport our fat baby boy. So well done, Keldry.
Okay.
So you have acquired Fat Baby Boy in easy to carry container. However, at this moment, because it took Keldry 10 minutes to open this particular room, being as heavily guarded as it is, the duty shift has fully changed. And Kieran heard most of it happen. Mm-hmm. And as you all attempt to leave, You walk right into the captain of the shift.
Oh.
And you realize that this captain is improperly dressed, a little drunk. Like he's just, like, literally, it's like Jack Sparrow. Like it's a human guy, his hair is disheveled, he's got a beard, he's like, hang on, wait a minute. That's what Jack did.
Roll deception.
No. Yeah, that's my jacket. My name is right there. Yeah.
And I'll assume you mean this is your baby too.
Oh, now.
You shouldn't have said anything about the baby.
Now
Just
you
like
know.
nudge him.
Uh-oh.
That right there is property of no one. You can't have that child. Gods!
No, he's a man. He can't.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness on him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
So he starts projectile vomiting before he says that. Granted, Yasin, you're standing in front of him, so get ready.
Read to me the
Whatever.
specifics of Ray of Sickness.
not my
Tell me
jacket.
exactly what it does. We're gonna play
It is
this.
now.
We're gonna play this one by the book.
Okay. Ray of Sickness is a greenish energy that lashes out towards a creature within range of 60 feet. They take 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it also poisons until the end of the next turn in combat. When you cast this using a spell slot,
Okay, so by doing this, you initiate combat. At casting Ray of Sickness like this, go ahead and roll 2d8s. Let's see what kind of damage he takes. What's my con save that I have to beat?
it is 14.
14. That's a 5. It's a mighty 5. So he is poisoned.
Oh, that's an 8 plus a 7.
Nice. 15
Holy
points.
crap.
That's a heavy hit. That's a heavy hit. And as you cast this, you watch the captain take this hit, and he's like, oh, and he just, all this poison just kind of fills through his veins, and then he just, no, and he literally hurls all over Yasin, because Yasin's in front of him. But as he kind of looks up at you and he goes, that's the best you got, eh? And he hits a button on his wrist.
Oh, gosh.
Oh no.
And the three of you are immediately encased in a ray shield. This shield comes from the ceiling and just makes a circle around the three of you. Roka's child is in there with you as well. You've kept him closed. So the four of you are trapped inside this ray shield. And the captain is like, oh, mate, yeah, it's possible I might die from whatever the hell you just did, because, oh, shit, that's wrong. That's really wrong. Oh, but I guarantee you, the three of you ain't getting out of here alive. I guess we'll just all die together then, eh? Oh, fuck, I gotta sit down. And that is where we will leave your group.
Sorry, I keep on Captain get us into trouble right there. But I was like, oh, the baby was just mysterious. Oh,
As
my
we
bad, yes.
away from Kieran and Yasin, we move to Nimriani and her parents. Nim, you step into this side chamber, and
I'm going to stand as tall and like.
Regal.
No, I'm well, yeah, as regal and tall as possible, showing no fear
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever.
Okay. You step into this is a private room. You've been in here numerous times talking with patrons and kind of politely declining. You keep a pretty exclusive relationship with Lord Centaurus, and he's able to keep most of them at bay. But this time, seeing your parents there, it takes you back. It takes you back to a time before you were a monk, when you were just a child, eager for adventure and to go do things, and constantly being reined in and told no and disciplined. And as you grew up under that world, you kept feeling this weight, this pressure of having to be someone worthy of your title, of being a noble in this elven clan that you were from, these high elves. You immediately watch as your mother gets up and just tears are streaming down her face, and she just wraps you in a hug. Oh, my Nimriani. Nimriani, I've missed you so much.
Hello, Mother.
Oh,
Father.
and she pulls away and she goes, look at how you've grown so much since last I saw you. And what is this? What is this? And she motions to your black arm.
That's a souvenir, of my many adventures.
No, we wanted more for you than this. No. And she kind of moves away as your father kind of grabs her shoulder and pulls her back, and he goes, Nimriani, it's time to come home.
Oh, is there a time limit on this thing? I'm not really into that kind of thing. I'm kind of more the loosey-goosey,
Do you understand what it took to get your mother and I here, to this place right now?
I don't even know how I got here, so probably not.
Do you understand what is happening to the fabric of reality around us?
Dad, probably understand a little bit more than you do. What's going on here?
Perhaps, daughter, perhaps. Faerun no longer exists. It has been ripped apart by magic, the likes of which our elders have never seen before. They are barely keeping our home together as they watch the rest of Faerun rip apart, piece by piece, in a maelstrom of energy. Now, they were able to open one small portal for us to travel here. And we tried to find you. We hired bounty hunters and anyone who knew where you might be. And lo and behold, under our very noses, you make a name for yourself here in this arena, this stinking cesspool of filth and slavery. Parading yourself around like one of the gladiators here. You were raised better than that. You are beholden to an empire, and it's time to come home and to aid us in repairing that empire now.
She gets into she changes her voice from the rough Cockney accent that she's so used to, but she goes back to a more regal ones that like her parents are talking with. Oh yes, is that what you'd rather me be? The perfect little girl that you raised so well.
You mock. All you ever did was mock, mocking us all the time. Look, you have responsibilities.
I never wanted those responsibilities.
I've
told you that many times.
Nim, please. I know you wanted adventure, and you wanted freedom, and you didn't want to be cooped up in our little society that we have. But the society is all that is left of Faerun. Our ways, our traditions, our arcane beliefs have kept our home alive. All of the adventurers out there, all the people who just flitted and did what they did, I don't think they're alive.
Well, if I stayed there, I probably wouldn't be either. And I found a place for me. Not here, not there, not anywhere. I found a place. And I lost that place. And you let me stay here for 10 years.
We thought that would be a lesson to you. We thought you would come crying to us at some point. But I underestimated your abilities. I'll admit that.
Yeah, like you said, I made a name for myself.
Indeed you did.
I know how to handle myself.
Nim, it's as simple as this. This world won't last any more than the others have. Eventually, these cosmic eddies will rip this one apart. But we are here now, and fate smiled upon us that you and I are together in the same place, and now we can bring you home to the last safe haven in all of reality. We can hold up there. We can rebuild from there. Our species has done it before. We can do it again.
Our species.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the High Elves. The
Like we're any
Ultima.
important more than any other health.
We are, because we were here before them. We were the first race birthed after the darkness. We were there.
You don't even know what that darkness is.
It was darkness. What more could there be to it?
Plenty. I've been through many a portal to many a place, and you just walk through one and you think you could drag me back home. Well, I'm actually trying to fix this. I'm just supposed to go back to Faerun, what's left of it anyway, and just be a proper little princess.
And how do you plan on fixing this, child? What is your master
By
plan?
doing something. By having an adventure.
I fail to see how your adventure could solve any of these problems any more than our arcane masters back home. If you've learned something, share it with them. Share it with those who are in a position to do something about it. Join them if you will. Don't stay
How are
here.
you supposed to get back?
Roka has arranged a demonstration for us during a party that he is hosting. Apparently, he claims to have an artifact that can bridge the gap between there and here. We hoped to take you with us as he demonstrated this to his patrons and so forth. I don't know the details. I don't care.
Do you think Roka's gonna let one of his champions just walk out?
We've arranged it as such. You see, we are giving him something he desperately wants. Knowledge, child. Do you remember the tablet in my study?
The one I could never touch?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you have an idea of the legend inscribed upon it?
Yes. I think I know a little bit more about that legend than you do now, Dad.
Then you have met him. You were called by Faunus, yes?
To go on an adventure.
Your father smiles at you. And he looks at his wife and he nods slowly, and she smiles too.
Ew. What? What is that supposed to mean?
We had hoped. Faunus has been a part of our family line since time began. We know of him, and he knows of us, the Ultima. We had an agreement, an understanding, if you will. We had hoped one day that someone in our line would be chosen to be his guardian.
But aren't you so disappointed that it was me?
No, child. Why do you think we allowed you to leave?
Allowed? You sent me to a monastery to train the rebel out of me. I left on my own.
As you were made to believe. Do you think that if we wanted to keep you safe, we would have sent you away from our walls, our guards, our magical barriers? No. No, we sent you to a place where we thought you could go and be free, and hoped maybe that Faunus might contact you, and he did, because you're an Ultima like us, because we have an agreement with him. You are collecting his relics, are you not? Do you have them all?
I don't have anything.
You have some. You have to. It's the only way you would have made it here. Yes, yes, this makes sense. And you're watching all of these lights like flash in your father's eyes, this understanding, almost a maniacal craze to him. Faunus finally chose one of us. We can help him usher a new age, and the Ultima will be in their rightful place at the top of it all once again. All you have to do is come home with us, bring the artifacts with us. We exchange a mere tablet of understanding with Roka, and we go home and we set Faunus free. He is imprisoned in that cage. If the
Why do we need to free him?
Because if the Ultima set him free, he will rewrite the universes and put us on top, as it always was, as it always will be. We are his children.
I'm sorry, I'm like freaking out. Oh my god.
Come home with us, Nimriane. Set things right. Finish the path you were chosen for. You don't have to decide now, sweetie. I understand. Look, I have kept much from you. I am sorry for that. We are sorry for that, dear. Think about it. The party will be tomorrow. So take the night and think. We will be there. And all you have to do is stand beside me. And everything will be made right. Gods, you can take your champion back. Our time is done. Remember what I said. When the guards come for you. And any parting words, remarks, thoughts, quips?
Just a little devastated right now for quips.
Whatever, Dad.
Whatever. No.
I'm not giving up on my dream, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
As much as you think that you have influenced my life, I actually didn't think about a couple things. Like the people I met tonight, like the friends I've made, and like the power that I now wield. Father. Mother.
And you do. There's something in your eyes that stops your father in his tracks. And in that moment, he realizes that he might have lost more of his daughter than he originally thought. As you make your way back into the room, Estrella and Grim, you are in Nim's chambers.
Yes. And I'm gonna say.
Oh, right. We're looking for crumbs.
So you have already
Roll for crumbs.
I wanna.
you have already formed a bit of a bond with Crumbs as he's come to you a couple of times, and he just sort of and you see that he has on the bed, kind of up on a shelf next to the bed, he has his own little like hut that he kind of and he kind of pokes his nose out of. And as he sees you, he just kind of hops onto the bed, and you notice that he looks different than the last time you saw him. He's very green. You know, there's green within his fur, different shades of it that make up his coloration. And he looks healthy and vibrant and young, and 10 years for a rat should put them in the grave. But not this rat. Crumbs is immortal, apparently. He's sleeping.
I'm gonna give him a little. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna set him down. I'm gonna talk to him. Eye level, man to man. Seriously, I'm saying, "Need you to do something for me. Are you up to it?" Okay. All right. I'm gonna relay the mission. If you choose to accept it.
That's an affirmative.
Squeak, squeaker, squeaker.
Yes. Okay. Cool. We will. I guess we'll just wait.
You got this.
Is there anything you want to say to Crumbs?
What do you mean say to him? He's a rat. I mean, he's cute.
That was very grim.
Okay,
That was pretty on par.
I thought you had the bond. I never bonded with the rat.
Okay. Go.
Be free.
Kill my child.
What? Don't we need to take him to?
No, he's gonna. We can't go out past those doors, so he's gonna do his little thing. So I guess
You
we're.
know the mission?
Yeah, he understands the mission. He is smarter than you give him credit for.
I'm sorry.
What she said.
This moment. I'm living through this moment.
He understands. So now we just wait for him.
Okay, where and how long? We got time?
I'll just snoop around him, Drew.
Go ahead. You can do that. Roll investigation. And I like what you find, but roll for investigation.
15.
15. As you snoop around Nim's room, you find a few interesting items. One of them looking oddly sexual in nature. You kind of like put it back real quick.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Alright.
What happened?
I gotta go back to the hotel.
But
I'm gonna. Nope, that was a bad idea. I respect privacy. No.
but
Hand
you,
sanitizer.
you also find a journal
Oh.
that Nim has kept. And in this journal, there is various writings that she has put in there, which you can decide whether or not you wish to read them or not.
Stop. Estrella has a journal. Estrella's gonna pick up the journal and have a moment of like, oh, a journal, and then Estrella's gonna be like, no, I can't do this. She's gonna put the journal
And
back.
Grim's gonna snatch it out of your hands
Yep, Grim can do that.
Okay.
and read a few pages.
Oh my god.
What's on the pages?
As you flip through, a passage stands out. Because, Grim, you remember what this was like from your side. There's a writing on there where Nim says, I spoke with Grim today. It was the time when you reached through the portal and you felt her.
Yeah.
Minutes before following through, and the two of you talked. And only a couple of years had passed when you made that connection. And you read Nim talking about what you remember, what had happened, but then it keeps going on. I had hope that they would come sooner. Well, I understand this thing takes time. That's fine. But every day that goes by, every year, it gets harder for me to keep that hope alive. I've become a champion now, and I suppose that's good enough. I can at least keep myself alive as I wait. But I'm not sure they're going to make it in time. I've not given up hope. I can't give up hope. But damn, it's hard to keep it alive. Do you try to read another passage?
I'm gonna flip a little bit and then go to a different section, just a couple pages.
The few pages on, there's just one note written on there. It's a heart that's broken in two.
Oh.
And that's all that's on that page.
Oh no!
I'm gonna shut the book quickly.
As you close the book, the two of you look around the room and you realize that what originally looked like decorations, like etchings on the wall, if you will, just like, little hash marks, are in a pattern. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the room is filled from floor to ceiling with these hash marks so tight and so close together that at first your eyes don't notice it. But now you can't unsee it. Nim, roll for crumbs.
Roll for crumbs. Wait, roll for crumbs.
Roll a d20, and let's see how successfully he can make it out of this room.
That is a 16.
Crumbs, meanwhile, while you all are having this heartfelt moment of
Despair.
Where were we? Yes, the pit of despair. Crumbs, on the other hand, has made it up to the door, and no one's seen him. And this little squeak, just moving around, staying in the shadows, hugging the corners, and he gets right beside the door. And Estrella, what you did is you gave him a mental picture of what was needed and kind of where it was. And this smarter than usual rat, he's on point. And as the door opens, Nim walks in after talking with her parents, and Crumb just kind of scoots along out. Nobody sees him, not even Nim. You don't know he's gone. And he just makes his way toward this door. And he's so proud of himself. He's keeping to the corner, and he starts to notice that his paws are getting cold. The floor changed from being a rocky surface to a hard metal, and he can feel the coldness on his paws. So he tries to move a little faster, but in front of him, there are for him, everything is large, two large guards that are blocking this particular doorway. And the doorway itself is sealed tight. He stops for a moment and is unsure of how to get through. Nim, what would you like Crumbs to do in this moment? You have a couple of options. You could wait for the door to open, but he's sort of in the corridor against the wall there. He could go up a guard's leg to try and cause a little mischief, or just wait there to see if they go into the door. He could go in a different direction and wait somewhere else.
I don't want him to get hurt, so I don't want him to just like sit there either.
Okay, your option is there is a corridor to the right, but you don't know.
Is there a vent?
Roll investigation first. You can use your investigation modifier for him.
All 2.
Crumbs looks and he can see that there is a vent. It's a little far away and it passes by another door.
Okay.
But there is a vent that is at his level.
I've never played a rat before. Would he have to like cross across the hallway, like possibly being seen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the best bet.
Okay, roll for crumbs.
Yeah. 15.
15. He makes it across. Moves in, gets to the side where the vent is, gets up to it, and he sits there and waits because the vent is not quite big enough for him. But about the time he gets there, the vent kind of opens, and this little mouse droid comes out. And he just goes right into the vent as the mouse droid goes about its business. And he is now in a mouse droid tunnel.
Nice.
The ones that they use to kind of go through and do their maintenance. And so he kind of moves forward. He's kind of using his sniffer. And then he sees this cross area, one way that goes left, one way that goes right. Left would probably take him towards the chamber that he's trying to get to. Want to go left? He goes left. Turns in, moves in, gets to the top of a vent. He is right on the inside of the door now, and he can see into this room, and it is filled with weapons, armor, backpack, satchel, all these different things around, and about 4 people who are inventorying all of this gear and equipment. Crumbs will have to venture into that room to find what he needs of Estrella's, her little pouch of ingredients.
Here he goes.
Roll,
He can.
roll for Crumbs.
Please listen. What is that? Okay.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
Don't kill my rat.
A mighty
Don't
five.
kill my rat.
We move back to Kieran, Yasin, and Kelladry. Trapped in this ray shield, with the captain sitting on his butt, occasionally puking out his guts, as he deals with this poison that Kieran has so graciously bestowed upon him. In the minute that it takes for him to kind of look over at the 3 of you and then back at himself, and then some guards show up. Not only are you all surrounded by this ray shield, but you are surrounded by black suns. And you see one of the guards is Master Sergeant Kelladrig? Yeah, Kelladrig.
Keldrig?
Yeah, I feel like Kelladrig is his name.
Keldrig.
Keldrig, yeah, there we go. Not Kelladrig.
It's Keldrig.
Kelladry and Keldrig, yeah, that's my fault there. Master Sergeant Keldrig. And he comes out and he's like, what job?
Yes.
What, Captain, what in the world is going on here? I cleared these men earlier this morning. Chats.
And he's just sitting as he's waving his finger in the air. Look into the ray shield. And Keldrig looks in and he goes, son bitch. Because he can see Roka's fat baby boy in there.
There's no baby.
The bassinet, the anti-grav bassinet just kind of hovering in there. You know, now that I think about it, these 3 just didn't quite sit right with me. I figured now, I'm telling you, I figured there was something wrong with me. Yep, that's, I'm so glad, Captain, that you caught that. I appreciate that. Somebody kill him. And without thinking, one black sun, 2 bolts right into Keldrig's chest. And he just grabs his chest and he goes, Will now. And before he can say any other word, literally falls back dead on the ground.
What?
It's entirely possible that I will be joining him in just a few minutes. But that's what happens when you don't follow
protocol on my ship station thing. Oh. So, the three of you like to tell me what your grand plan was and all of this. I'm dying to know.
Yeah.
Get it? I'm dying to know.
Oh, man.
Yasin just. Oh, I get it.
You had no plan, did you? Or I could, I could tell by your dumb expressions you had no plan.
Can I tap into the stone at this moment?
The Kyber crystal.
Yeah, the Kyber crystal.
What do you want to do with it? What you looking for?
I'm opening myself up to it to see if I can use the force magic again to possibly influence whatever is creating this barrier.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Spicy.
16.
As you open yourself up to the Kyber crystal, you drop your mental barriers that you've had, kind of keeping a distance from its energy and presence, and you are flooded with the force. Unfortunately, the last force presence you touched was the Night Mother.
Oh.
And the dark side flows into you. You feel an amazing sense of power come over you, and you reach up into the ceiling and you start to grab at the air. And as you do, the room starts to shake, and the metal above you starts to crumple ever so slightly, and you can hear the whine of metal and the screech that it makes as you tap into this raw power.
Important question.
Yes.
How much time do I have left on my transformer body shaper?
You have, I'd say, about 40 minutes left.
Okay, because we're not close to that yet.
Nope, you're still good. So you're a Tagruta doing all of this Salazar Tagruta just ripping and you see the captain looking up, and he's like, "Oh, that's impressive. Wow, interesting. Kieran, you need to make one more wisdom saving throw to determine what happens with this power."
That is 14.
The way I set this is you had to beat your previous throw to succeed.
Oh.
As your power crescendos and the ray shield starts to flicker, you hear a voice. It's Caladri's grand mammy.
That's what Caladri says.
And you wonder as if she's standing in the room with you. Well, I'd hoped you would try something like this. Kieran, was it? I think I'll just use you for a hot second.
Oh no.
And Kieran, you feel your soul pull out and tether above your body in the astral plane. And you see this shadow move in. Like you can see the room from above. You're watching your body. You see your hand raised up. You can see Keldry looking around. Yasin. You see the captain on the floor. And you see this shadow move in from your back. And you watch as your body kind of starts to quiver and pop and move in odd angles as if someone's putting on a glove, but the glove is you.
Oh.
Oh man.
And the hand comes down. And Yasin and Keldry, you hear this voice. We're leaving now, guys. Just follow my lead. And suddenly, the ceiling crumples and shoots upwards. The ray shield drops, and the captain just stares dumbfounded, going, "Oh, whoa." And Kieran looks at the captain and takes his hand, and you watch the captain's neck until he's looking at his own back.
Oh.
And the captain's body crumples. And you hear Kieran go, "Guys, move now!" And he starts running for the entrance. Do you follow?
I guess I'm gonna say Yasin grabs well, I don't know how fast.
I mean, you
He's
can
gonna-
push it.
Can we
You can
push
You
it?
can push it, yeah. It's-
I can move it fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You
so
can move
we
it.
keep pushing it. Okay.
So you follow.
So we follow.
As you are running out of this facility, there are explosions happening all around you. Everywhere Kieran looks, doors fly off. People are shoved back. Windows shatter. Circuitry explodes. He is running through at full speed, and the two of you are having one hell of a time keeping up. He's moving with an unnatural presence. He gets to the front doors, and you see them close and latch. He holds out both hands, and you can all feel a shockwave of energy come off of him. And the doors explode outwards and just fly 20 feet through the street, slamming into this big building, just lodging itself into the structure.
What have I done?
At that moment, a land speeder pulls alongside, and you see Lieutenant Gregarian inside going, "Bloody, what the freaking nut shit crap! Get in here! Let's go! Right now! Inside!" And Kieran is the first one in. And he takes up his position right at the front. Are the two of you getting on board?
Yep, get on board.
Yeah. We scoot into the back.
Again.
Keldry, do you take your position at the gun?
Oh,
Yep,
right.
on the gun. The bow.
All right.
Always.
My gosh, you guys missed that. Oh man, that was good though. I liked it. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find music for this, but I don't even know.
Chris, quick question.
Yes.
I'm messaging it to you on Messenger real quick.
Ah,
Oh.
Ooh.
Secret.
let's see.
Secret.
Let's see. In the waning minutes, Kieran is trying to get his body back.
Secret tunnel.
Right there.
Good luck, brother.
Oh, buddy. I'm just mystery.
No, don't talk to me.
Come on.
Sassy.
Okay, cool. So we got that little side chat. Just makes things spicier. Okay, cool. So here we go. Caladri, your gun, it fires with the power of a D20. So anytime you're going to roll, you just roll a D20 and we see how much damage you dish out on the pursuing vehicles. Because vehicles are coming. As you,
Of course they are.
you hear Gregarian going, I thought I was clear not to make a lot of noise so that we weren't chased, but okay, here we go. And you see immediately 3 cars just kind of appear down the alley with you in chase position, coming out from the Black Sun facility. They are gaining, and you can see that these vehicles are not heavily armored, but are built for attack. There is one gunner in an upward position, forward facing, and you watch them all just kind of and get their guns starting, and immediately they start firing. Gregarian, using a roll for this. Okay, that's a 4. You see that. You see it too. It's a 4. I'm not lying. Poor Gregarian is barely keeping up with this, and as he just turns and turns, a couple of bolts lance into his speeder, and it starts to slow down slightly, making it easier to catch up. What are y'all doing?
So yeah, I'll go ahead and aim the gun from the back and try to shoot the closest car.
Okay, closest car is going to be the one coming up on your left-hand side. So as yours slows down, you see this one speed up. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
14.
14. Your gun turns and aims right towards the driver. And with a 14 hit, you breach through the armor and into the driver's seat. And in 1 second, there is a driver. In another second, he's gone, just vaporized by the power of this gun. And you watch as it careens and moves and hits into the side of the building and turns into a ball of fire. 2 more of these armored vehicles move up into position. In the distance, Caladri, your highly skilled bounty hunter eyesight, you can see 2 more coming from the facility, and these are smaller. They're bikes, swoop bikes. And so you know that they're going to be faster and more maneuverable and catch up quickly.
How big, like, if I'm facing the front of one of these cruisers, how big across?
It's a truck.
It's a truck.
It's like a pickup truck coming at you, and in the flatbed is a gunner. So there's a cab with a driver, a seat next to the driver, and then behind is the gunner position. Just think of it as a pickup truck that's hovering in the air, no wheels. What you thinking?
I want to try to take out one of them. So I want to, if I can, I'll cast Create Water, or to make like a cube of ice just spring up kind of in the middle and try to catch one in the front.
Do the
to
same.
hit the grill.
Go for the same as Caladri. Roll a d20. 14, same as so. Yep, that works. As you kind of the ship moves around, you almost take water out of this manhole and kind of form it up into this sharp spike that kind of goes through the grill of the engine from underneath, and you watch it just kind of raise up, boom, and almost in slow motion turn and land and turn into a little ball of flame there for you. And that truck is taken out. The third one comes into position, but now the swoop bikes have caught up. There are still 3, and they start to shoot again. This is a 16 for Gagarin's maneuvering. He manages to stay away from all of these blaster bolts that are coming at him. Explosions to the left, to the right, but he kind of moves and turns with it. They're trying to lose him in this alley. Y'all do something about this. And you just watch him turn this big wheel, turn into this back port. Now, Kieran, what would you like to do? This floating body just kind of being drug along on an umbilical cord as you watch yourself and your friends fighting for their lives.
Well, like kind of being in this like disillusioned space, I'm going to sense life forces, and I'm going to try and tether myself, like almost like disconnect myself from my body and see if I can tether myself to my loath cat to like almost disconnect from this entity and stop its source of power sucking from me in a way.
Roll. Give me 2 d20 rolls and just tell me their numbers. This is so weird. This might be the easiest way to deal with it.
Oh shit.
That good?
Well.
I used up all my luck earlier. This is the kick in the ass. 6 and 2.
Here's what happens. Here's what happens. As you untether yourself, Kieran, and the Lothcat actually is in the passenger seat with Gagarin, kind of tagged along with him as he was looking for a ride. You feel your connection to this creature, and you feel yourself drawn towards it until you fully embody the cat. You have possessed this creature, and you have 100% control of the Lothcat. But when you turn to look at your body, the connection with the dark side presence with the Night Mother wasn't broken. She is in full control of your body, unhindered. And you watch as she cracks your neck and shoulders, turns and reaches for the buildings and just pulls them. Metal and glass shake and destroy the pursuing cars. And she turns to Keldry and goes, "Grandma's back."
Oh shit.
I hated that. I don't like that.
And that is where we will end the ended episode. Well done, everybody.